to the finish line. Seatbelt, fast whips, got a win in mind. See me when I skirt off, ain't no 10 in mine. Friends keep saying slow down, should've seen the signs. Riding down the street road, where we going, I don't know. God, please protect me, I'm halfway home. Take the wheel right now, I let go. Thinking about the ones to let go. I thought by now you forgive me. No, it's not easy forgiving. Found a new reason for living. Night says, making noise, all I hear him say. Bad cards all the time. Took the hand I was dealt, gotta let it shine. What? Yeah. Tell me where to sign. I'll give it all away for some peace of mind. Cause life fading slowly. They got a second chance waiting for it. And disbelief we ain't been living holy. And disbelief we ain't been living holy. I thought by now you forgive me. No, it's not easy forgiving. Found a new reason for living. Night says, making noise, all I hear him say. Then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus.
Start spreading the news.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a little Knights at the Round Table action for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I am pumped up and I am ready to go, baby. I think Kev just did 2 lines before we started, so he's going to be 3. Damn. He did 3 lines before we started. Lord have mercy. This is going to be a hell of an episode, folks. But we have a lot to discuss. You guys already know everybody around the room. Again, we got Kev right over here. Francis over here. Kev's a nut, bro. Francis over here. And the one, the only Christian right next to me, baby. Who's ready for a hell of a show today? Okay, he's ready. Okay, a little fun action. Everybody's ready to go. Chat, what's up? How's everybody doing? Ladies and gentlemen, as always, super chats will be answered as quickly as humanly possible, but we do have a ton to talk about as Skunk McNuggets already starts to fold. He goes, you want to hear a joke? The New York Mets. Well, I mean, what are you know what I mean? What are you really gonna say about it? I mean, you got it.
Se murió.
I mean, a lot of people, I mean, are we really going to start the show like that? Are we really going to start the show talking about the Mets? No, it is. I'm not blaming the super chatter there, but we're going to start the show here talking really quickly here about the New York Mets failing horribly to do anything in the postseason, as they're not even in it. So they're gone. It's up there, I guess. David Miser says, each of you name a favorite moment this year. I mean, that's a good way to start. I like that. That's a good way to start. I mean, I could start very, very quickly for everybody. I could start extremely, extremely quickly.
Casal.
Carlos Rodon. He's my favorite moment all year. You know, I watched the last one. The last Nights at the Round Table we did. I think it was like 6 months ago, whatever it was, right before the season began. And nobody here was wrong when it came to the Cy Young. Everybody else said Max Fried. I said Carlos Rodon. I was worried about being wrong, but boom. Guys, nobody's muted. Take it easy. I can hear everybody. I even got it on my phone here. Refresh, and you guys will be good. But yeah, go around the room. We'll start with Christian. Go ahead.
Oh, my favorite moment of the 2025 New York Yankee season was back at the Audi Club in April when I walked in there and Kevin was hiding under the table because he saw me and was scared out of his
First
mind.
of all, I got late. Let's get your facts straight. I got there late.
Lord have mercy.
What's your favorite moment, bro? I know you have one.
It's hard to just pick like one singular moment from this season, but I mean, Pete brought up something is that he threw out like Carlos Rodon and like I was a big, probably one of the biggest proponents or guys that was singing the praises of Cody Bellinger coming into the season, and for him to have an over 800 OPS and just fall short of 30 home runs and 100 RBIs, I mean, he was great for this team this year. So watching him, outside of just the absolute greatness of Aaron Judge, just to be able to watch Cody Bellinger make us not think about the guy that
22.
left. Yeah, exactly. Not I would say that's probably one of my favorite moments of the year.
Fair game. Kev.
Honestly, I have to go with Ben Rice. Giancarlo went down. And
Remember me? Benny! Benny's the name!
And Giancarlo went down, and nobody expected Grisham to have the year that he had, but Ben Rice was our main DH at the beginning of the year, and he started off with a bang, and ended with a bang. And he actually to have 26, 25 home runs in the limited playing time, because he did lose time as soon as Giancarlo and the Goldie was still hot.
See.
But I gotta go with my man Ben Rice.
Yeah, great pick. Francis.
Yeah, Max Fried. I know it seems
Max.
a little
fried rice.
Kind of an fried rice.
Good pairing. Good back to back. Look at that.
Yeah, it seems obvious, right? But I think the thing about Max Fried that makes him my favorite moment of the season is he was the first move, right, after everything went down with 22, right? And that was a rough time for Yankees fans everywhere. It was a rough time for me. I know it was a rough time for my brother Pete. It was a rough time. But Pete said it. He said they'll sign him within 48 hours or some crazy shit like that, and they actually did.
They did, yeah.
And he was like that opening salvo of like, okay, we're going with Plan B, and immediately you saw a lot of talk on the timeline. I don't know if you guys remember. I'm talking about the chat. I know you four remember, right? A lot of talk that, they overpaid him. He's not going to be that good with them. I don't know.
8 years.
8 years is too long.
Yep.
I saw a lot, right? Then I saw people, I'm not going to call out a specific fan base, but a lot of them were from one specific fan base telling us that he's no good. He's injury prone. He's going to fall apart. He's going to be good for half the year. Then he's going to suck. And then when he did get the blisters and really start, going down that path, they got really loud.
Yep.
And we had a show, I think it was an All Rise, where we literally said, look, they probably brought him back a little bit too quickly from this blisters problem. But once that's behind him, I believe in him coming back. And that's exactly what he did. So he's hands down my favorite moment of the year. Just what he was able to do for us.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He was absolutely awesome. And, we're really going to jump right into things here. And everybody's anticipating tomorrow night. I mean, tomorrow night is what everybody is waiting for. The wild card is here. I'll be honest, I've been talking to Yankees up a shit ton over the last week or so. Me and Francis, if you remember, we did a episode of Designated Spitters when we were sitting there saying that we think the Yankees on paper are the best team in the American League.
Yeah. And,
they started to play like that there towards the end. They're on a great streak. They've played really good baseball, so be it against the teams that aren't that great, but the New York Yankees have done what they were supposed to do. And they just miss losing the division. I mean, just miss winning the division, excuse me. They came all the way back. It was a tight race there with Toronto. They ended up having the same exact record, but Toronto beat us in the head-to-head matchups. And that is something that we all got to take into consideration for these next, couple of series potentially coming up. Because if the Yankees do win the wild card, they're going right to Canada. And those games will be right there with the Toronto Blue Jays. And let me tell you something, these chats are going to be wild if that is the series with Toronto. But let me get to the super chats. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are going to do this along with us. We're going right into the wild card series, and we're going to go to every single series that is out there across Major League Baseball and give our predictions and see what we come up with of being the World Series. E. Diego says, "Que lo que, Kev, Francis, and what's up, Pete and Christian? Mets are quiet, and my regulars who love Boston are nervous. Got me feeling good about this wild card series. Happy you stayed on the wild card because I'm jumping right into it." And then we have, I think there was another one I missed. I don't want to miss anybody. Right here. King Dre says, "Hello, guys. Going to the game tomorrow, and I am a nervous wreck. Asked my boss to leave early tomorrow, so I'm a nervous wreck now. I don't know if I'm going to make it to the stadium tomorrow." You're going to make it, brother. And the roof is, well, not the roof. We don't want to give the Yankees and Aaron Boone no excuses of having a roof. But the stadium's going to be bumping, no doubt about it. Danny says, "Salute, gents. Going with Kev. Also looking for Rice to have an A-Rod-like 09 series in the next few weeks and games." All right, gentlemen. Let's take a look at where we are. Let me pull this up. Here's the postseason picture for everybody. I pulled it out, damn it.
Hey, yo.
Okay. The Yankees tomorrow. We got to start with the series. The Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. My goodness, Francis, me and you got a hell of a memory of the last time these two faced in the wild card in 2001. Guys, that's NYYU history, by the way.
It is.
The first game season live we ever called was the 2001 wild card when the Yankees got wrecked by the Boston Red Sox. And I remember telling Francis that day, throw in the white flag, it's over. Boone came out there, he waved the white flag, and it's it, and that's it, and the Yankees are done. The other matchups going on in the American League, Detroit, can't believe it, and the Guardians over in the National League, Cincinnati and the Dodgers. I hope somebody here picked Cincinnati. That would be wild. San Diego and the Cubs. But let's start with where we belong, with our beloved New York Yankees. I got a feeling none of us here. Did I say 2001? My bad, guys. 2021. My bad. I don't know what's up with
2021.
Me and it's Jira being pregnant. I'm telling you, is messing with my mind.
Oh, you have pregnancy brain. It happens.
I got pregnancy brain.
It's real.
Yeah,
that shit is
pregnancy
real.
brain by proxy.
No, you get it. That shit is
I
real.
did it the other day. No joke. When somebody asked me when the babies do, I said between December and July. They said July. Jira's like, July. I'm like, no, I said January. Like, no, you didn't. You said July. I'm like, damn.
That's wild.
I meant January. But guys, here we go. Max Fried taking him out for the Yankees. And, he did win a World Series, by the way, with Atlanta. So it's not like he hasn't pitched in really big games. I think he clinched for Atlanta.
He pitched in the clinching game.
He pitched in the clinching game.
People tend to forget that.
But let's jump right here, man. Let's talk about this, man. Max Fried on the mound for the New York Yankees. The numbers this year, absolutely fantastic. Everybody knows that. Let's take a look at some of those real quick. There it is. Max Fried had the most wins in all of baseball with 19 wins in his first year as a Yankee. 2.86 ERA. He made 32 starts, 195 in the third inning, 189 Ks, a 110 whip. Fellas, this man has to set the tone, man. Max Fried has to set the tone tomorrow. I just want to do it like this. Chat, you guys go right ahead. Let us know who is advancing between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. I'm going to throw it over to Christian. Christian, we got game one. Garrett Crochet on the mound for the Boston Red Sox. This is a tough task against Max Fried. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that the way the postseason has to start for the New York Yankees is Max Fried throws up a scoreless inning, 1, 2, 3, and then 99 has to put one in the seats in the first inning. That's how the postseason has to start for the Yankees.
Can I pause you right there real quick?
Go ahead.
I just got to play this.
And Aaron Judge is a gift from God. Yeah.
Go ahead. Because if that happens, oh my goodness, forget about it.
The Yankees and Aaron Judge can relieve a lot of pressure from themselves if they get through the first inning clean, and then he comes up there and he puts the Yankees on the board early in this game. This is what Max Fried was brought here to do. Now, we were initially hoping that he was here to do this in game 2. My heart is still not fully mended, that 45 is not going to be on the mound tomorrow night, but I feel as confident in Max Fried as I ever did in Garrett Cole. Max Fried has been the epitome of an ace for this team this year. If you look at when the Yankees went down this year, that's when Max Fried went down this year. And then when you look up when the Yankees came back up, that's when Max Fried came back up. I trust Max Fried tomorrow. This is why we brought Max Fried here. It's that, can the Yankees get to Garrett Crochet? I think Max Fried will do his part. Can the Yankees do enough that they have the advantage in the bullpen tomorrow? And like I said, if you get Aaron Judge out early and get to knock in some runs, or the best thing to do for him is put one in the seats, the Yankees are going to be rolling tomorrow.
I agree. Kev.
Man, listen, at the end of the day, this is the matchup that we all thought that is the biggest matchup in the AL, because Detroit did kind of fall off and their offense has never been there. So for me, the short series is kind of like, Pete, like you were talking about earlier, and we've said throughout the last couple of weeks, it's not the matchup. You don't want the Boston Red Sox now. You kind of wanted them maybe in the ALDS or the ALCS.
Yeah.
But I just think that the Yankees need to do what they've done these last couple of games against Crochet and score. If the Yankees can get 3 runs on Crochet and he throws 6 innings, maybe 7 or 6 and a couple of thirds, then they're in business. But if he goes 8, if he goes 7 in the third, 7 and 2/3, the Yankees, I think, are a problem. The way Chapman has been pitching, even though my man Francis, I'll give him credit, he said postseason Chapman is different. All right. So, but that being said, I also agree with Christian here. Max Fried has to set the tone. But I think that the man that always comes through in October will come will come out tomorrow, and that'll be Giancarlo Stanton. Do not be surprised if you see 2 solo shots from the big dogs.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Francis.
So I like Ahmed Rosario for a lot of reasons.
Wow, I did not expect that. But go ahead.
He does have like 5 hits against him.
It's random, right? But so that's why. That's Kev said it right there. It seems random, right? But if you guys in the chat, you guys know this. If you look up his numbers against Crochet for whatever reason, he seems to see him pretty well.
He hit a home run off him last time.
Yes, yes, he did. And
that's right, he did.
He's a guy who can kind of lay in the weeds against Garrett Crochet. You know, Crochet tomorrow is worried about Aaron Judge. He's hyper focused on Aaron Judge. He's going to be hyper focused on Giancarlo Stanton. He's not going to want Bellinger to beat him. You know, those are the guys, you know what I'm saying, who he knows, like, if I give up a home run to them, then I deserve to lose, right? But a guy like Ahmed kind of is able to kind of sneak attack, you know what I mean? And if he, you know, just jumps on him first pitch and he's just trying to get, you know, have a get me over strike one, and Ahmed goes and ambushes him, goes Porsche job on him. I mean, I could see that. I literally can play that in my head happening tomorrow. And I feel like that's normally what happens in these games and series, wild cards, that is. So he's somebody I'm going to be watching closely tomorrow. But I think Christian said it really well, man. We need, and not just we as in the 4 of us, the entire Yankees team, the entire fan base. I think all of New York needs Aaron Judge to start correctly. And he does it. I know it's not going to be easy. Garrett Crochet is a tough customer. And, you know, they've had some really good battles where Judge has gotten him, but he struck out Judge. Like, they kind of go back and forth. The fact that Judge has hit home runs off him, though, I don't know. To me, I feel like, you know, the way Judge is hitting right now, he's hot. I kind of give Judge an edge. He's got the home field tomorrow. I don't know. But I feel like we need him to get started right. I think if the boys give Max 2, you know, dare I say 3 somehow, I think we're in business. Honestly, it's not going to be comfortable. We're gonna be sweating, but I think we get it.
Wow. David Miser with a super chat says, not that I disagree with you, but I feel like Stanton hits the first home run. I don't think anybody would mind either one. I mean, sign me up. Mary Ellen Ford adds in, it depends on our defense and base running and Boone's managing when it gets to all that. But guys, so Jack Curry has kind of come out and said this is what he thinks the expected lineup will be. I want to bring this up because this is fairly interesting. I found something and I had a feeling Aaron Boone may go to a lineup that the Yankees have used already against Garrett Crochet. And indeed, I found out that he did use this same exact lineup against Garrett Crochet. Now, Yankee fans we're probably not going to be overly excited when you hear what happened on the date that was August 23rd, a 105 game. I'm going to tell you here momentarily, but they used the same exact lineup. And this is projected of what they believe it's going to be. Aaron Boone, to his credit, did say there could be changes. Nothing is a lock. But this could be the same lineup they go with. And on that day, Garrett Crochet faced this lineup right here from the New York Yankees. And fellas, it wasn't pretty.
Is that the game where we had the position player pitch?
No, that game was this game was Will Warren, Tim Hill, and Paul Blackburn pitched. But Garrett Crochet,
Paul Blackburn's a position player.
I mean, he gave up 7 earned runs that game, so you might have got confused. Maybe you thought it was actually him. Garrett Crochet that day went 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts. So he's faced this lineup from the Yankees. He beat this lineup up. The same exact lineup that could be used tomorrow. Now, again, I don't know if that factors into any way that I feel about the lineup or, what exactly is going to happen. But Jazz is not playing. Ben Rice, who, Kev has talked about now for a long time, and he really showed up, for the Yankees this year, has been one of their best hitters. I understand a lefty's on the mound, but I have a little bit of a problem with not seeing Ben Rice in that lineup. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if the Yankees get Garrett out of there, he'll be in there almost immediately. But Ben Rice has 2 big home runs for the Yankees over the last couple of games. He had the grand slam that was absolutely gigantic. Then he had the go-ahead home run just the other day. I believe there was some other numbers. I'm going to pull it up on my phone because I think I was sent this. Shout out to Rod Thompson for sending me this earlier. I want to say I saw this. Over the last 7 weeks, listen to this now. Paul Goldschmidt has struggled versus lefties. This is from Katie Sharp on Twitter. His only extra base hit in that span came on August 26th versus left-handed pitching. Since August 7th, he's hitting 159, 48 plate appearances, 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. So, be that as it may, I'm assuming the Yankees know that the ground ball pitcher Max Fried is on the mound, and they probably want to have the best defense possible. And you do a little bit of a toss-up there when it comes to McMahon and Ahmed Rosario because Rosario absolutely slaps against Garrett Crochet. So does anybody have a problem with this lineup? This lineup being expected right now? Is there something that you've seen immediately you go, nah, this can't be it? Because reaction when this came out was not good. The majority of fans are looking at this going, what the hell are we doing here? So I'll go around real quickly. I'm going to start with Kev. We'll go around the other way. Kev.
So there's a couple of tweaks that I would find interesting and I would like the Yankees to do. The best hitter, obviously, numbers-wise, career-wise, is Ahmed Rosario against Garrett Crochet. Why don't you swap Crochet swap Goldschmidt and Ahmed Rosario? Why isn't Ahmed Rosario your leadoff hitter? You want him to get more at-bats anyway against Crochet. Don't put him in the middle of the order. Leave Goldschmidt, swap both of them. Goldschmidt hasn't done great as of late anyway. He shouldn't be leading off. You're going to give him more bats over Ahmed Rosario? That's how I got to look at it. Number one. Number two, I would swap Jose Caballero and Volpe. I don't know why they continue to put Volpe 7 or wherever the case. Put Volpe 8 or 9. That's where he should be. And then last but not least, to your point, I was looking over Austin Wells and Ben Rice. Austin Wells has a 3-run shot against Crochet. That's
the game they were down like 6-0, right? When they were coming back on him.
But he still has it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I think you could go either way with them. As of late, Ben Rice is the hotter hitter. I just think that the home run is what they're banking on Austin Wells on. So, but I would swap. I think the Ahmed Rosario leadoff thing is a big one because you're going to get him at least one more at bat against Crochet than having him in the middle of the order, whatever the case may be.
Yep. Francis.
Yeah, I think Pete's saying with Ben Rice is how do you not have him in there over Goldie, not Wells to catch?
Yes.
Yeah,
that would be my beef because he's actually been better against lefties than
Goldschmidt has
as of late. Yeah,
as of late. I think sorry, I think the calculus is kind of what you guys already mentioned though. With Max Fried being on the mound, they may just want to sacrifice slightly the offense to go for the better defense, which is not the most fun, and it's not the sexiest on paper, but it's game 1 of the series, not game 3. I think if it was game 3 and you were going up against the lefty and it's tied and it's win or go home, I think maybe then you kind of lean offense and hope that the defense doesn't, rear its ugly head. But it's game 1. I think, go. You can go with Goldie and go with the better defense. That's fine. I also agree with Kev, though. I don't know why we're going to lead him off if that's the case, because at the end of the day, whoever's leading off is going to see decent pitches. What Goldschmidt's numbers over the last month to a month and a half tell us is that whether he's seeing good pitches or bad pitches, it don't matter. He's not hitting anything. Like, it's not mattering. It's not clicking for him right now. I'd much rather somebody like Ahmed Rosario, if he's in the lineup, that's true. Let him be up there and see even better pitches than he's normally used to seeing. He's already done magic with seeing not so great stuff. Imagine if he's hitting ahead of Aaron Judge or Cody Bellinger, whoever the hell they're going to put him ahead of. He's going to see some good pitches. And I would love to see what he does with that. So give him the more time. He's also, he gets on base. He can move a little bit, whatever. I don't know. Like, I just feel like I don't want to see them married to something that just because they already did it and like that's what the computer spits out. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
And it feels like that's what they're doing, to be fair, because
that's exactly what it feels.
There's really no evidence of Goldie being a leadoff guy. Like, not necessarily in this game, but with how he's played recently, how he's played over the last couple of months. It really doesn't feel like that's the move to make, but that's the route they're looking to go for. Christian.
Okay, Cheap Pop, the latest episode of the NYYST podcast is now available on your favorite podcast platform. And if you didn't catch it this morning, I'll reiterate what I said last night. Run prevention is almost as important as the runs you are going to score in the postseason. Okay,
That's true.
I am a firm, and we lived through this last year. We do not need to go through the chamber of horrors of the 5th inning of the World Series last year.
Oh boy.
But the run prevention is something that the Yankees have to take very seriously. And when I look at this lineup for tomorrow, I'm like, okay, I can live with Goldschmidt at first base, even with the knowledge that he really hasn't hit left-handed pitching for the last couple of months here, because he is a better first baseman than Ben Rice is. And then Austin Wells steals a lot of strikes. He's one of the best pitch framers in baseball, has the rapport with Max Fried. I've always said this, even with Garrett Cole, if Higgy made Cole feel more comfortable than any other catcher the Yankees had on the roster, then Higgy's starting, because you want to have your ace in the right frame of mind. So if he feels better with Austin Wells behind the plate, then Austin Wells should be the guy behind the plate right now. So it does kind of lead Ben Rice being the odd man out. And I think in that lineup that you showed, Cabby was playing second and Rosario was at third.
Correct.
Jack Curry is saying that it would flop that Caballero would be at third base tomorrow and Rosario would be at second base. And I think the reason why the Yankees are probably doing that is because Fried gets a lot of ground balls to the left side, so they would want the better defender over there. And I said this on NYYST last night, is that okay, don't interrupt me. That look, you guys can call me crazy and that's fine, and this is what this is all about. I can almost live with 3 empty at-bats from Ryan McMahon, knowing that he's going to eat everything up that comes his way with Max Fried on the mound. That is something that I am worried about tomorrow, is not having the superior defender out there. Because think about it like this. What is Jose Caballero really going to do offensively tomorrow? Honestly, if he gets on base, okay, maybe one time. I'm not expecting a big offensive game out of him, but I know for certain, as certain as it is, you can know anything with this Yankee team in October, that Ryan McMahon's going to make all the plays out there, and Max Fried's going to get a lot of ground balls to that side of the infield. And it does make Anthony Volpe a better defensive shortstop when he knows that he's got Ryan McMahon over on the other side of him there, that Ryan McMahon can make plays that other third basemen can't make. And I don't want to be in a situation where we might lose 2-1 tomorrow because of an E5 or something. And you got Rosario playing at second base. When has Volpe ever played with Rosario at second base? How important are double plays or potential double plays going to be turned tomorrow? A leadoff single, Fried loses it for a second, walks a guy. He gets a ground ball to second, and Rosario and Volpe, they don't have that chemistry. I would rather, unless Jazz is hurt, Jazz has got to be playing tomorrow, guys. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I'm so much in the mind frame of having run prevention
You
over.
can't sit Ahmed Rosario though. You just can't.
You can though. I'm sorry.
He hit
You can-
600 against Crochet. You can't
It's
sit Ahmed
600.
Rosario.
I understand that, but is he going to cost the Yankees more runs than he's going to potentially?
He's not that bad
create-
defensively. Volpe's worse.
I think the thing is between both of them, I do think you would have to choose who you'd rather have in the lineup in that regard. For me personally, I'm okay, like you said, with having Ryan McMahon, and then I'd have Rosario in there. For me personally, because yeah, Jazz is very good defensively at second base. We know that. I do agree with Christian on one thing though. I didn't know that's what Jack Curry said. I'm looking at it now, and he did put it that way, so that's a mistake on my part with how I posted it. He does have Ahmed Rosario at second base. That pair has never worked together, per my understanding, this year at all. Volpe and Ahmed Rosario up the middle. Up the middle means something. You win championships with up the middle. And the one thing you could say about the Yankees is him and yeah, there's been some throwing errors, and Jazz throws balls for whatever reason over everybody's head a lot of the times. But
Does do that.
you do got to say something about that. And third base is going to be important tomorrow, because let's be honest, if that curveball is up in the zone any bit, you got righties on this team that are going to smash the ball down the line. They're going to smack that ball to third base. So I agree with, that's why I originally said McMahon, because yeah, you're going to get strikeouts with McMahon. He's probably not going to do too much, but I think you had to choose between McMahon and Jazz. That's what I personally would have done. I would have
If you're
chose
going
between
that
one of
route,
the
then
two.
I do choose. I'll be honest. You can, again, say I'm wrong. I would choose Ryan McMahon then.
I would have chose
Oh,
McMahon
no.
to play.
But if we're really going that route, then let's call a spade here. How is Cabby not starting over Volpe?
That was
I'm
my
okay
whole thing,
with that.
Christian.
I'm
I was
okay.
going to mention
I'm-
that to you.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not saying to us. I'm
No,
saying to the
I was gonna
Yankees. Like, if
mention that to
that's really the route they're going, then let's put all the cards on the table. Let's put Volpe starting at short tomorrow in flux. Like, why is that a guarantee?
To me, it wouldn't be, but the Yankees. I mean, we all know that the
we
Yankees
know that
are
it
not
is.
going to do that. They had their opportunity whenever he sat those 6 games or whatever, and then he started to hit a little bit, and then they were like, "Oh well, here he is again," But he'll. And the only thing I can hang my hat on is that he did play well in the postseason last year. So maybe that's also something.
Offensively.
And he's been a little hot as of late. He's also been a little hot as of late. Ambriotti Acevedo says Rosario,
Great.
Grisham, Judge, Belly, Stanton, Goldie, Wells, Caballero. Can't have Rosario at third with a bad backup, so Caballero at shortstop. So, kind of on the same thing of a little bit of what we're saying here. You got to kind of pick and choose.
Volpe should've
David
been
adds in, keep Trent at leadoff. Why swap? Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, Goldie, Wells, Ahmed, Cabby, McMahon. I probably would have went McMahon, but let's get the big question out the way, man. Game 1, said and done. Who comes out on top in game 1? Who's brave enough to start?
I'll tell you,
who would like to begin?
Yeah,
conversation
fuck, I don't
about
care,
that.
bro. We're
Go
winning.
ahead, let him have it, damn it.
We're winning tomorrow.
agreed.
Believe it or not, I do believe the Yankees win tomorrow. I think the Yankees, look, it's going to go one or two ways. I really believe this. I think the Yankees are either going to hit or they're going to be flat, laid out, ran over by Crochet, and the offense is going to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
I think tomorrow is going to be a game that you look at and go, man, the Yankees really play ball. Or it's going to be a game where we're like, fuck, this game's over in the fourth inning. This game's a fifth inning game that's over. But personally for me, I told you guys, my chips are in this year, and I'm not even kidding. My chips are fucking in.
I agree with you
Yankees are winning
100%, man. I feel there's just something. I feel different about this team than I did even the team last year.
Me too. I didn't say they were going to win the World Series last year. I didn't say they were going to win every series. I mean, I might be giving a spoiler there, but I've said it already. I've announced it that I think the Yankees are going to go all the way this year. But I got the Yankees winning game 1. Christian, you're the only. I mean, not Christian. Kev, you're the only one who hasn't told us. He's thinking. Oh, he's thinking hard. Look at this.
No,
I mean, Crochet's really good, so I guess
He's really good. Anybody that says Boston wins tomorrow, I mean, you might have a really good shot.
Yeah, you know who else is really good? Max Fried. So
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
Yes.
And we all made our points what the Yankees are going to need to do to win this game. And I honestly think as much as the offense needs to hit, Max Fried needs to pitch well, because if that momentum goes the other way and they score 3 runs in 2 innings, we're having a long fucking game.
We're
So,
toast.
but I do think the way that he's turned it around, the way the offense turned it around, and the way the Yankees have looked just going through the gauntlet, like we said, and everything, I think this team, as their mindset has switched, and I really think they're going to grind it out. And my whole point of having guys like Ahmed Rosario and Jose Caballero in the lineup is they are professional at bats. They're going to ground out pitchers, 9, 8, 7 pitch at bats, not like Volpe McMahon that are going to go up there on 4 pitches and sit down. You can't have that shit when you have an ace like that on the mound. So having guys like that in the lineup is gonna just run up Crochet's pitch count. So I'm gonna go with the Yankees, and I'm
Nice.
even gonna go ahead and give a motherfucking score. I'm gonna say 5-2 Yanks.
I like that score. I do.
How you like them apples?
I like
5-2,
that score.
wow.
Can I read this quote from Max Fried? You mind?
Let's hear it.
He said this today. He goes, "There's no guarantee that I'm going to have another start from here on out. We're going to empty the tank and leave everything that we have out there." You hear that? Plop, plop. Those are the big Max Fried balls that are going to hit the mound tomorrow night at Yankee Stadium.
Plop,
There
plop.
it is.
It's hilarious.
Freedom in the air with Max Fried on the mound. I guess what the last thing I'll say, because again, I all of us have the Yankees winning game 1 tomorrow. I will say this about Max Fried tomorrow. I think the first inning is going to determine everything.
I agree 100%.
I don't think tomorrow's a game that Max Fried could give up 3 runs and then dominate the rest of it, or give up 2 runs in the first and throw 25, 27 pitches and settle down. It's too much. I don't think so. I think tomorrow's a game where if he does anything, you're going to see it quickly in the first inning, where he goes out there and you're like, oh shit, Max Fried is sharp. That breaking ball is breaking. You know, the cutter's hidden, the fastball's there, everything's there. He's hitting 96, 97, but he has command of it. He's not wild. He's not throwing a lot of pitches. He's getting ground balls. I would love to see him start with 3 ground balls at the beginning of the game. 3 ground balls. Quick, bing, 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 done. That's it.
9 pitches and out.
Love it. I love
Literally
it.
10 or less in the first, and I'm hyped.
Can I ask
Oh
you
my
something?
God, forget about it. Go ahead.
Shout out to William Henry. I think William Henry said that Scatterboo will hit a home run. Can we request Scatterboo to go to the Bronx tomorrow? Can we? Let's go, Scatterboo.
He might be
We
there.
need that. We need
Hold
that
on.
energy.
You guys aren't gonna like this. We're talking about a winning team in the postseason here, okay? We're talking about the New York Yankees, a winner in New York in
If
the
we would have said Christian
postseason.
McCaffrey, he
All
would.
right. If he said McCaffrey, I might have liked it a little bit. All right. But anyway, moving on, Kev. Thank
McCaffrey.
you. Thank you. Moving on. Game 2. So wait. Chat got 78%. They believe the Yankees are taking game 1. 78%. The chat says we'll go ahead and throw up game 2 here momentarily. But one more thing to add to that. I agree. We didn't talk about this yet. Well, maybe we should. How big of an at-bat in the first inning is Aaron Judge? Does anybody feel that way? Is anybody just like, whatever?
No, I think it's
no.
I think it's huge. That's why I said
think
he's
it's
got to
huge.
come out and he's got to deposit one right away. He's got to get that off his back.
Or smoke one. Either
No,
or.
even if
Can't
he
be a
doesn't-
strikeout.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
That's where I'm with Kev. I think, like, okay, even if he doesn't put one in the seats first AB, like, you can't strike out. That's what I want. It can't be his first
Ugly,
AB
one of those
tomorrow
ugly
night.
strikeouts.
Yeah, like it can't be like, you know what I'm saying, 4 or 5 pitches and Crochet's turning his back to him and, he's walking to the dugout. I can't have that. He can't have that. He needs to put something in play. And I mean, not weekly in play either, because that's also a win for the pitcher.
Yeah.
I would like to see him either rocket one and like, it goes right at somebody, or he hits a fly ball deep that an outfielder gets to, or get on base, or round them.
Torch.
Or round them. Just like Kristen said, deposit one in the seats and leave it up to, don't leave it up to anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would like. But
What do you think?
please,
He's
no
gonna be batting
strike.
third? You think he'd be batting third tomorrow?
I feel like he will be, but
So if he's batting third tomorrow, you got a runner at third base with less than 2 outs. Get the runner home. That's the. I mean,
Agree, no doubt about
it
it.
doesn't matter
sure.
how you get him home. Get him home then. Be productive in that first at bat. Let us know that you are going to be here in this postseason.
He would just, I mean, he would put, I think, a level of confidence in every single player. Forget the fans. I think every single player in that clubhouse, a lot of them saw what happened last year. A lot of them saw it. And Francis, we called game 5 together of the World Series. I'm not going back to that game, but Francis, do you remember when that game began and I said, man, watch, Aaron Judge is going to hit a 2-run home run in the first inning and wake us the hell up.
Yeah.
And he hit a 2-run home run in the first inning. And it looked like Judge was waking up finally. It just came too late. The greatest thing that we all need to remember that may have happened here is Judge struggling when he struggled and getting hot when he's gotten hot. Because when Judge goes on hot streaks, they last a while. And he could easily carry that through this postseason because Judge did get hot before the season finished. He started to sting even outs were stung.
And
a
no
lot
pressure.
of hard grounders to third base, line drives. He was starting to look like the guy we were familiar with before the injury. And if he is that guy, and he like we all said, he comes out there in that first inning and does something big. I mean, look, man, look out, because I think the Yankees this is going to be an AO, but they'll have a rocket strapped to their ass and they're going to fly away. I mean, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Pete, can I just read this to you real quick? In September, Judge is batting .370 with 10 home runs, 17 RBIs.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's really not that bad.
He said that's not half bad. It's pretty good.
Pretty decent.
He's
Kind of MVP type numbers if you ask me, but who the hell am I? Like Christian said, he don't have a fat ass. Like
he don't
the
got
other
a
guy.
fat, he don't got a fat ass.
That's
bro,
what it is. That's what BBL Judge would have won. But I think there's also the aspect of a first inning Judge home run, right? Or an early Judge home run. Like something happens, maybe not in the first inning, but the third inning, all of a sudden.
Oh my goodness.
They
You got the crowd
rally.
on your back, bro.
They rally, right?
That's it.
And Judge hits a home run. You got to remember, the Yankees are at home for this series.
Entirely.
You would legitimately see Cora shit his pants.
No, bro, the stadium will lift off the ground.
No doubt.
You got to understand, we are all like there's no dissension
This
when
is
it
it
comes
right
to
here,
this
like,
this
it's gonna
narrative
be-
about Judge. Everybody's waiting for him to have playoff moments, plural.
Mhm.
If he hits a home run off Crochet tomorrow in the first game of this wild card series against our rivals, who we haven't beat in the postseason since freaking 2003,
Oh my God.
That's what I was gonna say.
the stadium
I
is
really
going
want to hear that.
to lift
It's- but
off
it's
the
true.
ground. You understand? And here's the thing: Cora's been there. I get it. He has a very young team that he's putting on that field tomorrow. Not a lot of these guys have been there, done that. Garrett Crochet, he's a phenomenal pitcher. This guy's got a beautiful career ahead of him. God bless him. He hasn't been there and done it yet, though. Like everybody's, we've made him out to be this big bad wolf because he's a nasty pitcher. He really is. But the postseason has a way of really smacking people, punching people in the mouth, and then you see a version of them you're not used to seeing. What if tomorrow he gets in a little bit of trouble? Next thing you know, Judge goes deep on it, and now the stadium's off the ground, and he can't react. He can't come
recover
back
from
down.
that.
We've seen better pitchers than him fold. It's possible. That's all I'm saying. It's possible.
I agree. Let's go around. Let me get a couple of super chats here. David says, I think everyone should forget about pitch count. It's the postseason. If they have the lead, keep pitching till he tires throughout the pitch count.
So that's a
Okay?
boon.
Tell that. Yeah, I was about to say. Don't
There
tell it
was
to
a-
us. Tell Darren Boone.
There was an old thing back in the day in the dynasty years that your A game was petted right to Rivera. Tomorrow is freed right to Bednar. Nobody
hell
else should
yeah.
touch the ball tomorrow.
I mean,
would love
that would be unbelievable. David also adds first inning Judge walks. That's how that option. That's his opinion, I guess he means. Game two. You got Carlos Rodon on the mound for the Yanks against Bayo. I'm gonna go ahead and say game two actually goes to the Red Sox, but Rodon pitches a good game. And I think it's a battle on both sides. I am going to say game two does go to Boston. Goes to Boston. I just don't see this not going 3. It's Yankees, Red Sox. It has to be dramatic. I think it goes to 3, whether it's game 1 or game 2. I do believe we do see a third game at Yankee Stadium. Christian.
I hate saying this. You guys are gonna think I'm a homer. If the Yankees win game 1, it's over on Wednesday night.
I'm actually
it.
with you, Christian.
I love it. I love it.
Actually with you.
I love it.
Honestly, I'm being dead honest with you. This is the way I feel. I said this last night. this is not going 3 games either way. If the Yankees, God forbid, lose tomorrow, Aaron Boone is going to shit himself having to manage for his life in Game 2 of the postseason. Cora's going to fucking run laps around him on Wednesday night, and we won't even be a sense in watching the game. Whereas also, I think if the Yankees win tomorrow, then they can dictate how Game 2 is going to be played on their terms. Where if Bayo gets in trouble and Cora's got to be in his bullpen in the second or third inning, that's an advantage for the Yankees. So Game 1 is the most important game of this series because
Hell yeah.
because there's no settling into this series. You lose Game 1, you're immediately playing for your life in Game 2. That's why if I'm going to pick the Yankees in Game 1, I'm picking the Yankees in Game 2. I'm trusting my ace, and I'm all aboard. Choo-choo, the Rodon resurgence, bro. I'm all aboard Carlos Rodon this year, man. I've said
love it.
numerous times down the stretch here about how this guy has finally stepped up and been the guy we've been waiting 3 friggin' years to be.
Yep.
That it's not even, and I said this, it's not even that we needed somebody to replace Garrett Cole, because Max Fried was going to be an ace pitcher with or without Garrett Cole here. We needed somebody to replace Max Fried in this rotation when Garrett Cole went down. And Carlos Rodon, he took his sweet ass time doing it, but he said, I'm going to do it this year. And I never thought I would ever get to the point in saying this. I want Carlos Rodon on the mound in a big game. I do. And I feel like he's going to deliver a winning performance for the Yankees, and they'll finally get to Bayo, and they'll be marching in the relievers in the third and fourth inning on Wednesday night, and then we can rest up for a couple days. That's, homer, I don't give a fuck. You know what?
Hey, I love it. I love it. E. Diego says if Judge hits a homer tomorrow, everyone else will clench their cheeks. The rest of the pitchers will effectively fold if they see that he's hot. Francis, I think you were saying you're going to agree with Christian. You think the Yankees win the first 2?
I agree with Christian. I think the way that I look at this, right? I wouldn't look at every wild card series this way, so don't think that this is what Francis thinks of wild card series in general. But the way that I look at a wild card series between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees is,
and one managed by Aaron Boone.
I look at I look at this series as this is a series that starts at Game 5, right? It's a 7-game series that just happens to be starting at Game 5, right? And both teams are tied 2-2. Normally, whoever wins Game 5 has very good odds to win that series, right? This is how I'm looking at this. I'm looking at tomorrow as if it's Game 5, and I think whoever wins Game 5 is probably just going to win Game 6. That's how I feel. Now, I know that Yankees could very well win Game 1, and then you go back the next day, and things just don't go our way, and somehow they end up taking it. But I'm inclined to really agree with Christian there, that I feel like after Game 1, I feel like it's again, it just goes back to the fact that this Red Sox team is not the 2021 team. All right, there is no Xander Bogaerts, there is no Kyle Schwarber, there is a lot of the names, right? And I'm not.
There is no Roman Anthony.
There's no Roman Anthony.
I mean, that's big.
That's huge. There's a lot of the guys. Look,
Huge.
I want to temper the expectations too.
Gigantic.
I'm not saying these guys are dog water. They're not. This is a very, very solid team, especially offensively, and they have 2 really good starters going out of the gate. What I'm saying is, though, when I say that they haven't beat this team since 2000, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The teams that we were losing to in 2018 and in 2021, I mean, if I went over the name JD Martinez, Mookie, but I could name how many players that aren't there anymore. They're not wearing that jersey. The only guy from those teams that beat us is Alex Cora. And guess what? He wears the jersey, but he doesn't get on the field unless he's going to make a pitching change. So when I look at these guys, right, I'm sorry. I feel like we're at home. We need to take full advantage of that. You go out and win Game 1. In Game 2, make no mistake about it, you need to go for their throats. You have to go for broke, go for the kill. Do not waste any time. Don't get cute with the lineup in Game 2. Oh, we got a game in the pocket. It's okay. Fuck that. Fuck that. If this doesn't have to go 3 games, do not let it go 3 games. Absolutely. And again, if I look at this team, bro, the way they finished this season, you could call it whatever, fool's gold. I know some people are trying to downplay it, whatever. Guys, when they had to win every single game,
They did it.
that's exactly what they went out there and did. So
they're 32-12 since August 11th.
They got I think the best record in baseball since then.
A really good stat, right?
Is what they have. Kev, you didn't tell us yours.
I gotta. I gotta agree with Christian as well. I mean, if the Yankees
Oh, wow.
won,
I'm the only one who think it's gonna get dramatic over here.
but hold on, but I disagree
Maybe I
with you,
just call
Pete,
the
like,
game, so I just want to have the fucking heart attack already.
Because you're saying that the Yankees lose, but Rodon pitches a good game. That's the if factor. Really,
The Yankees
is
bullpen
Rodon.
gets in that game.
Because
That's my opinion.
Because Rodon, if you remember last year, my man went 3 innings. What was it? 6 strikeouts in 3 innings.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Against
then he
Kansas
comes
City?
in. Yeah, and then he comes in
against Sal Perez at the
and
big
then he
home
comes in
run.
the 4th. Sal hits a home run, and all shit went to everything went to hell.
Bro,
Yeah.
he busted his nut in the first inning in that game.
He did. He did. No, he did because he actually did. He really did.
Hey,
But he talked. But he said this. He talked
Every now and then it
time.
happens in the first.
And it does happen.
We all been there, okay? Let's
But Andy,
get down on Rodon here.
Andy Pettit showed him a lot on how to control his emotions, and he talked about that. And he did look a lot better against the Guardians. Didn't look so good against the Dodgers, but he looked very good against the Guardians, and he was controlling his emotions. If he's learned that, and he doesn't let the adrenaline all go out in the first 2 innings, and he can go out there and pitch 6, we don't need Rodon for 5. We need him for 6. Because
We need every starter for 6 in this postseason. All of them.
I'm sorry. If you're counting the Yankees to go out there and get you 12 outs, the bullpen, I'm shitting my pants. So, and to Francis, go ahead. Go ahead.
But should you though? Because I meant again, just rehashing a lot of stuff I said last night. This bullpen will make you sweat, but are they not getting the outs they need to get right now?
Lately, yes.
Lately, yeah.
Okay.
At the
Right?
end,
But hold
It's
on.
not been pretty, but they are getting the outs they need to get.
That's
It's
true.
the guys that you are okay with watching. The Cruz, the Weaver,
Oh,
the Devin Williams. Wait, I'm not Mark Leiter Jr. Not fucking. That's what I'm talking about. Those guys. Stay away from those fucking guys.
If you
Mark
see
Leiter
Mark
Jr.
Leiter
if we
in this series, we're fucked.
Well, fuck yeah. Honestly, you shouldn't. You probably don't have to see him at all. To be honest, you
It's
may not
Boone
have to see
we're
Mark Leiter
talking
Jr.
about.
at all.
Why is
What
Mark
about
Leiter?
Boone?
Why would he even be on the postseason roster?
If we
Mark
see
Leiter
him
Jr.?
in this series,
Yeah,
just
we're
know we
royally
lost.
fucked. Something went very bad. Something went very bad. If Mark Leiter Jr. appears in a game,
Say
the
his
Yankees
name,
lost that
man.
game.
He appears.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Don't
that.
do that shit. Don't
Don't
Beetlejuice
fucking do
it.
that. Do not do that because you
telling
don't
you.
want to see him in. If
No.
you're not getting 6 from your starter and then you kind of have the blueprint right, Boone has showed us the blueprint. Fernando Cruz is the first one out the pen. If things are going the way you believe they're supposed to go, you're probably going to see Cruz right after somebody.
Tim Hill.
If it's 6, Cruz, you got Cruz, Tim Hill, Weaver, Devin Williams, and Bednar, the guys that you're going to want to see out that bullpen. If you're seeing those guys, good things may be happening. Couple of quick super chats before we quickly talk about a game 3, because even the chat is saying 84% the Yankees will win game number 2. So we're just kind of talking about who could be starting game 3 if it goes that far. Ra says, sweep, fuck all that. What's up, chat? What's up, brother? How you been? Hope all is well. DJ Steels adds in, if Crackle smoked, would his name be Jigglypuff? Potentially. That's a good one. He got his book. Boston has Bregman. Remember him, guys? Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Can't forget him.
He's got the sniffles, I heard.
One more thing I want to add as Frank Quotet. Oh, no, wait. JP Yankee fan had one. Hopefully no errors in the 5th inning. Hopefully no errors across the board. Please play sound defense. Frank adds in, hey, guys, my only worry really is Devin Williams. I really don't trust his pitching. Well, we're going to find out because if he's not a good version of Devin Williams, it might be a quick playoff appearance for the New York Yankees. But I do want to run something by everybody. I've heard Red Sox fans talk a lot of shit, and they've been saying, well, we're 9-4 over against the Yankees this year and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, I got it in front of me. Yankees defeated the Red Sox the first game they played in this year. The Red Sox then went on to win against the Yankees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games.
Yeah.
Since the last 4 games, they're 1-3 against the Yankees.
Thank you.
So as we got late and the Yankees became the team the Yankees are, the Yankees did have the advantage over the Boston Red Sox with the current rosters. More of the current rosters that we're messing around with now. Ronnie adds in, McMahon's glove got to be in there. I think me and Christian agreed. I don't know where you were on that, Francis. I know, Kev, you were against that, right? You don't think that McMahon
No,
should be in
my
the
whole
lineup?
point is, like, and Francis brought it up, and I wanted to ask Christian is, I think the odd man out should be Volpe.
Yeah.
Because-
I'm okay with that.
Because
I'm okay.
Caballero's playing a better short this year defensively, and then you put McMahon in there, and then you solve your issues. Like if Volpe bobbles a fucking ball in game 1, everybody's gonna lose their shit, and that's my whole thing. Because it's like you went again with this guy, bro. Like he hasn't been great. It's not. I don't know what it is. Yes, he was good last year in the postseason, but he wasn't defensively. He still had like 4 errors in the playoffs. So I mean, like. I don't know, man.
I didn't say Volpe should play. I just said Ryan McMahon did. It's
No.
like, Kevin, you're like the guy that's when I go on Twitter and I say I like apples, and you're like, well, why do you hate oranges, bro? That's you.
No. Because you were talking about Volpe playing better with McMahon on his side and then Caballero
Right,
attacking. You're
because
leaving
he-
Ahmed out. You can't leave Ahmed Rosario when he hits
Fine,
660.
then. Okay, well, Jazz probably isn't
Just-
playing tomorrow anyway for a multitude of reasons.
I believe if this is correct too, Anthony Volpe this year against Crochet is 2 for 5. 2 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. Let me see what if Cabby had any at bats against them.
He has 3 walks, I think, against him.
Let me see if it just pulls it up real quick. It looks like he is actually 0 for 7 against him this year, with 5 strikeouts. So that's not unbelievable. But anyway. I digress. A. Becker says, main thing for Yankees to succeed, can't beat themselves. Those stupid errors can happen fundamentally. No, that's what I'm sure. Look, I'm sure we'll talk about that as we, get towards the end here and wrap things up. But game 3, I don't think the Red Sox have announced anybody. We do know that Lucas Giolito is out. It won't be him. So I really don't know what the Red Sox plan is for game 3. I don't know if anybody in the chat, if you guys have seen what that plan is, if they announced anything, let us know. But interesting enough, we kind of talked about who the game 3 starter would be. And it goes to the young fireballer of the New York Yankees. Will Warren will be the guy. No, Cam Schlittler is the guy to get the ball if there is a game 3. And oh man, you guys talk about pressure.
This just broke Bruce Bochy's out.
Why they got rid of him?
Yeah.
They fired him?
It just says they have agreed to mutually part ways.
You know what that is?
He's going back to San Francisco.
I think he's going to go back to San Francisco.
Yeah, that's what Jeff Passan is speculating.
Yeah. Well, I think Bochy's going to get the gang back. Yep, he's going to go right back to San Fran. That's interesting. But Cam gets the ball. Man, oh man, that is
nerve-wracking.
That's pretty scary for a young. But I'll tell you this. Let me say something about Cam. That dude got a set of balls on him though, man.
His mom's in my DMs.
Hey,
did I say that?
What?
Where the hell did that come from?
Why do
Holy
people keep asking me
shit.
if I'm sleeping? Bro, I'm looking at the screen. I'm looking
down
at the screen.
Everybody's he's sleeping. Yeah, he's fucking not taking a nap over here while the show's on.
I'm like looking at the screen.
That's a big outing for Cam, but the one thing you've seen about this kid, I don't think anything phases him. Cam Schlittler's the guy, gets up a home and he strikes out 3 and he's like, all right, yeah, come on, hit it. Let's see if you can hit it. I'm really not worried. I'm not overly worried about Cam and that type of shit. Like the pressure's going to get to him. I don't think so.
Look at how he bounced back from that.
Warren, yes. Warren would scare the shit out of me.
Warren.
Cam is a different animal.
I think the thing about Warren, and it's going to sound like a cop-out, but it's not. I just think Warren doesn't have the stuff to be as unflappable as Cam Schlittler.
Fair.
Like when you have a fuck you fastball.
Yeah.
Like
well, there you go.
That it is what it is. It's easier to have, a sizable set of balls when you have that fuck you fastball. It really is.
I love that terminology too. The fuck you fastball. I love it.
No, it's a fact. I mean, one of my favorite things to say. We only got a couple of guys that have it. Now, again,
We got a couple of guys in the minors that have it as well.
no, we got there's a couple in the minors too. But now,
Oh, they're coming.
I feel like when you have that ability, it does provide that confidence. And I feel like, to Will Warren's credit, it's not kind of his fault. He just doesn't have that in his arsenal. He can't. So if he gives up a big home run, it's normally on a pitch that he's gonna go to again. It's like when Cam Schlittler hasn't really given up the big home run on like his best version of his fastball. Like, yeah, it might leak over back when he gives up a home run. But the reason he stays confident is because he knows if I throw it right, they're not touching it. They're not.
Or the thing about him that like calling games, I want to rip my hair out sometimes when you see him give him a home run on an off-speed pitch, and you're like, bro, you had 2 strikes. What the hell are you doing? You throw 101. Like rear back, bro. Rear back. Guys are late. It's like, all right.
You don't feel
you
like
left
that's
one
the
right. What are you
Yankees?
doing?
Or leave that shit out the zone.
I'll
Like,
leave it at
that's
the
what-
zone.
yeah.
Exactly. Make sure you bury it. Like if you're gonna throw it, bury it for real. But I'm confident in Cam, man. I like him a lot. I really do. I like Cam Schlittler a lot.
Oh, I like him.
He's been awesome. He's been very, very fun to watch. But then you could just tell the personality on the mound is that he knows he's good. He knows he's good, and that's what you have to be in postseason. So, look, we got 3 people on this panel who don't think he's even gonna go to a game 3. I think it goes to a game 3. We'll see how that goes. But let's do this. Let's answer some super chats and let's move on to some other series.
If it goes to game 3, you do have the Yanks winning regardless.
Yes, yeah, I got the Yanks winning.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I got the Yankees winning no matter.
They haven't seen Cam either, which is kind of good.
That is very good, actually. Rod Thompson, our brother Rod. Let me get a little music
What's up,
over
bro?
It's amazing how quickly a year goes by. No one is rooting for Judge more than us. This dude is the best player on the planet. I need Judge the channel 09 A-Rod and go off. Imagine Aaron Judge is like a walk-off homer in the series. Like game 1.
Bro,
I
he
mean, you
has
talk
to.
about
He has to go off this
he
year.
has to do something big. You know, no doubt about
I
it.
said
Now
I don't
look,
want to talk about how good he is in the regular season. You have to be good now, bro.
Is
October.
there a chance? Let me ask you guys this real quick, because we're still on this series. Because the other series we're gonna run through really quickly and just kind of stick on the Yankees.
Oh, we're gonna run through it.
But let me ask you guys this: you think Cora faces him?
I don't
Let's
think.
just-
I'm glad
I'm talking about. I'm talking about out the gate. Out the gate, Cora's like, don't let him beat us. I don't
Second and
give a shit
third,
what the
second and
past
third,
has been.
nobody out tomorrow. You think? I
No,
think he has to walk him.
I
I
think
think you'd have to walk him.
I think depending on the
Second and third,
situation.
yes.
I think depending on the situation, but I also think that Cora likes to instill confidence in his guys, and
And
sometimes
that's your ace.
that's a management tactic that maybe that deep down, look, this guy might not be able to beat Judge here, but if he looks at me expecting me to say walk him and I say no, go get him, motherfucker, you got him, that might be the shit that jolts him to beat this guy right now. Cora's very good at managing people that way, but
Yeah.
I do think it's situational, which is why, like, for instance, like what we just said about, oh, does he ever hit like a walk-off? I can't see that because I feel like if the game is on the line, bottom of the 9th, and there's a runner in scoring position, or it's just Aaron Judge, whatever, I don't think they give Judge the chance like that to beat them. I think they for sure walk him in a situation like that. But yeah, I think he'll get pitches at some point. He'll get pitches. It just depends on what the situation is.
Facts.
So hold on. You guys think that 4-4 game in the 9th, Chapman on the mound, he's gonna walk Judge?
Pitch
Lead
around him.
Judge is leading off.
Yes.
How many? No outs. Judge
No
leading
outs.
off.
No outs. 1 out. Nobody on. There's never nobody on, but the game is tied.
Game
A walk-off
1,
homer wins it. Yes.
He's not going. I don't think Chapman. Here's the thing.
I don't think he
won't
gives
be
him
an-
anything good to hit.
It won't be an intention. Thank you. Damn. We be fucking on the
The unintentional,
Well,
intentional.
He
walk.
doesn't intentionally walk him, but I
That's
think he
better.
still walks him.
That's
Well, let
better
me tell you
because
something.
He's not going to throw a fastball down the dick. He might get one, and the rest of them will be.
It's Chapman we're talking about. He can make a big mistake.
But the thing is, too,
Which
is
is
somebody
why
like
he'll be tentative.
that's going to
about it.
tell you a lot about where Aaron Judge is. Because if Judge is willing to accept that walk, he's in a very good place. But if you see Judge chase maybe sliders in that get to that back foot, swing over top of him, that could be trouble. Chase fastballs high and away. And the same thing with Garrett Crochet. They're not too different. Him and Chappie are not too different.
That's the
I mean,
thing.
that's what you're going to notice very quickly with Garrett Crochet.
Where
Garrett
Judge-
Crochet is going to tell you who he is
And the
really
Yankees
quick.
seen him a lot this year.
That's they've
that-
seen him a
that-
whole
that-
lot.
But they've gotten. Here's the thing
Seen him a
too.
lot.
They've gotten better each time.
Yeah,
Each
because
time they
Yeah.
faced Crochet, they've gotten a little bit better. We just spoke about it. How that last game against them, that's a game that the Yankees normally pack in. They were down 6-0 after 1 inning. They normally pack their suitcase in that game.
That's the game that Wells did the 3-run homer.
Yeah, they
And
did
that
it.
one and all that. So
They got 4 runs off of him in
and
that.
that was Yankee Stadium. To be fair, so
That one wasn't. Weren't we in Boston for that?
I think that was
No.
Yankee Stadium.
That's
I
Yankee
believe.
Stadium.
Because that's the one. Remember,
Austin
it
Wells
was
3-run
right
homer.
over the wall.
That was in the 12
Wells
oh, yeah,
homer
that was in
right
the-
over the wall.
That was a part of the 12-game test, right?
Yes.
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 Yeah, he was the last game. He was game number 12. My bad.
This is the 4th time the Yankees are seeing Crochet this year, right?
Yes, this year, yeah. They saw him twice early and twice late. No, not early because I don't think they played Boston until like July. They played him very late this year, but around that time, and then the last
the
two
1-0
times they played
game when Judge got him in the 9th inning.
That was beautiful.
Then
Yep.
the blowout game, and then when Rosario got him in Boston in this last series. So this is number 4, right?
This will be the 5th time they see him.
Oh, they saw him in all 4 series?
The last 2 series for sure they saw him, and then we got the one where Judge hit the 1 run or whatever. That's 3 already.
Let me see.
And you guys are talking about a 4th one. It's possible this might be the 5th time they're seeing him this year.
I'm gonna see if I could pull this up really quickly because that is here we go. I got it. They faced him 4 times this year.
Wow, so you've seen him in every series.
I'll give you literally. I could give you the entire lines. June 7th, 6 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 home run, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. June 13th, 8 1/3 innings, the Judge home run. 8 1/3 inning, 4 hits, 7 Ks, 1 earned run. August 23rd, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts. So the strikeouts have piled up. He struck us out a lot more in the last 2. And then September 14th, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 home runs given up, but 12 strikeouts. So yes, it's not like we have not scored at all against him because we have.
You know what story that tells me though? And this is one of the few times you can document this that I will agree with the analytics people. This tells me that the analytics people saw early on with him that if you're facing a guy that is that freaking good, it's okay to have the bigger guys just sell out for their power, because if you do hit those 2 runs on him, those 2 homers off him, you put yourself in position to win. If you try to nickel and dime him, you're probably not going to be able to do that with him. He's just too good. You can't nickel and dime him.
They've homered off him in every single game. They got 5 home runs across the board against him this year.
Which leads me. Think about it. Put your analytics. I know we don't like to do this.
No, you're right. You're not.
Put
you're
your
not
nerd
wrong.
hat on, and I could see our nerds saying, guys, this guy is not the kind of pitcher that's going to let you hit the ball against him 4 straight times. He's not giving up 4 straight hits. He might not give you 3 straight hits. He's not going to do that. He's going to strike out a lot of guys. We're not going to be able to string things together.
Yeah.
We need the big hit. So what happens when you're looking for that? You strike out a lot. But 12 strikeouts and 2 big home runs, that could win you a wild card game, bro. We know. We've seen it.
No doubt about it. Let's get on to some other series here. Mary Ellen Ford adds in who will be left off the roster besides Louis Hill. I think that's going to be out tomorrow, right? Before the game.
Yeah, it should be.
You know for sure. So Mary Ellen, we don't know for sure. I mean, there could be multiple people off that. We'll know for sure.
Jason Dominguez.
Very early in the morning.
Don't be surprised.
I'm not saying that to trigger you either.
Oh, no. We and Pete talked about it. What we said, Pete? Austin Slater's going to be on it. Jason's going to be off.
That would be absolutely.
Yeah.
If Slater's not starting tomorrow, he shouldn't be on the damn thing. What's the point? What's the point of having him there? David says, random question. Would you trade Louis Hill and use Cam for a start next year? David, I'm sorry to do this to you. I don't really want to get into the postseason. I'm sorry. I know you gave that the super chat. I appreciate it. I don't think
wait for that in November.
Yeah, maybe. Look, man, if you just want to ask us that later, I'd be happy to answer it. I don't want to run off on a whole thing of the Yankees offseason. We're in the middle of starting a postseason here. Frank Quotez says, I agree what Kev said. If Volpe fails, don't wait and bring Caballero. No doubt about it. That's what he would do there. We got Red Sox, Jays, Mariners, Dodgers would make number 28 the best one yet. All right, we beat all those teams. That would be nice. Brian adds in postseason and pressure changes everything. Judge always falls. Well, we're going to find out here very soon. Let's do this.
You got a very broad use of the word always there, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kristen.
That's
kind of wild. But,
sure.
okay,
that's a bit much, but hey,
I want to have fun.
Let's
talk these other series, man. Let's get
it started. So everybody here, everybody keep track of your own postseason picture. All 4 of us right now got the New York Yankees advancing to the ALDS to face the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yes.
Let's finish off the American League here. Detroit versus the Guardians. I mean, my goodness. What a collapse from Detroit, folks. Does it continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
What do you, Francis, I'll go ahead. I'll throw it over to you. What do you think?
Yes, I got Cleveland. They're hot. They're the hotter team. It's the postseason. We played them. We know how pesky they could be. And Detroit, they scare me the way that they're looking. And is it not true the stuff about Tarek Skubal not being like 100% right now?
That's the rumor.
He left that game that one time, and I guess there's kind of been rumors about that since.
Yeah, look, dude, I'm sorry. I'm like really, really low on the Tigers, so I'm going Guards.
Christian.
Yeah, this is another sweep for me. I got the Guardians. I don't trust teams that back in, and especially when they had a 15-game lead in the division like a month ago. I can't trust them to suddenly wake up tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Guard ball.
I got the Guardians. I got
Guardians
the
are home,
Guardians
right?
winning.
Guardians are
Yes,
home. Yeah, they won the division.
Because they stole the.
they won the
Yeah,
division.
that's another thing, man.
Yeah.
They're home.
I mean, the Guardians can't lose. I mean, you lose that. That's butt ass ugly. Kev, what do you got?
I got the Guardians, but I do think Detroit wins one game. I do think they win that.
Okay.
The school will start.
That's it.
All right, so no love for Gleyber Torres over here. Nobody.
I love Glaber. I think
shot that first one.
I love Glaber. I just think he's joining Soto on vacation really soon.
Oh my goodness. Corinne says Max is gonna shove. Thank you, Corinne. Appreciate you. So we all also have the Guardians moving on to face the Seattle Mariners. Listen, the whole chat basically also has the Guardians moving on. So everybody's kind of on par here. Well, this is going to be a fun one. This shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't think. Cincinnati versus the LA Dodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, is there anybody who believes that the Reds pull off a miracle?
This will be a bigger.
Miguel Andujar goes all the way and wins the MVP of the World Series with Terry Francona. And
No.
I don't know. Is there anybody that really believes that there's a shot that, I mean, of course there's a chance they could win, but is anybody jumping on the train of the Reds? Anybody willing to
another
do that?
team that backed in. Though they had against a team that was playing for nothing and they backed in. I mean, this will be a bigger massacre than when Ivan Drago killed Apollo Creed and Rocky IV.
I think the Dodgers dog walk them 2 straight games, make quick work of them in both.
This is basically a bye for the Dodgers. It's a spring training exhibition for them.
It might be better than a bye.
They shouldn't even show up if this is the case. Damn, Lord have mercy.
It's like a tune-up series.
Yeah, I mean, Ohtani can just underhand it and they'll win.
That's wild. But when you hear that this is a first playoff team without a hitter to hit 270 or 25 home runs or what, like it's like, damn.
That's not good company.
I mean, to be fair to the Reds, Miguel Andujar just didn't have enough ABs, but he had a hell of a year. I think he finished at 316.
Yeah, he would have hit all those marks if he had enough.
Yeah, he had like 300 and something at bats, 10 homers, 316. He would have had a phenomenal year, and I think they got him batted like third on that team. So he's really, got his career kind of back on track a little bit since all those injuries. As David adds in, Dodgers, but I want to see the Reds sweat the Dodgers. We'll see if that happens. 61% of the chat only believes in the Dodgers. 61%. I thought that'd be up there in the 90s.
Come
we
on.
got 59% now. I'm ending it quick so we don't embarrass anybody.
They don't like the Dodgers, is what it is. But
I don't like them either. I don't like them either. But I mean,
But listen, this is the issue with a wild card series because they have Hunter Green. He's not a bum. So,
no, not at all.
So I'm telling you, they sneak game one, and it's a problem. That's what I'm saying.
Let's not act like Tito hasn't been there either.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
like
Tito's
been there and done that. If any manager's going to find a way, he might find a way.
And Ellie finally hit a home run the last game of the year.
Oh, I might be changing my mind because Blake Snell's
shit.
pitching for them tomorrow. Well, Blake Snell would be done in 3 innings and then go into that Dodger bullpen.
Yeah, it's true.
If the Dodgers ever got knocked out early,
now we're making a case.
No, I think it's a 3.
We're starting to lean.
I think it could be a 3-game series. The most I'll give you is a 3-game series. I don't see a world in which the Dodgers lose to the Cincinnati Reds. I just can't. Now, I did see them. If it would have been the other team, then we would have had some spice happening. Because I definitely could have seen the Mets knocking them out.
Can I say this though? Would nobody here would be upset?
No.
If the Reds, nobody here would be upset.
Nobody
here would be upset.
That would be hilarious.
I would want them in the World Series, to be honest.
I love to see that in the World Series.
Yankees, Reds, World Series.
Now, if we would love that, we'll forget about it. Please stop. I don't want to get a little
I don't want to face no, we can't do no Cinderella shit in the World Series, bro.
No, yeah, I agree. I don't know if I actually
The Dodgers are winning this.
I agree. I think the Dodgers got
Arizona was the Cinderella team
last
year.
year.
But this is another level of Cinderella. This is Cinderella on steroids.
Facts.
This Cinderella got 7 stepmothers. It's wild.
Vinny says they have a better chance meeting Santa Claus than beating the Dodgers. Lord have mercy. Let me tell you what. We have another one here. Let's go. So everybody says the Dodgers, wow, will go on and face the Philadelphia Phillies. You talk about a series.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be interesting. San Diego versus the Cubbies. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it right now. Pete Simonetti was very, very high on the Padres last year. I'm going to be high again on the Padres this year. I got San Diego defeating
San Diego.
the Cubbies.
The Cubs are home.
Yes.
Yes. Kev, who you got? The Fathers
I
or the Little Bears?
I got the Fathers, bro. I mean, they're everything about the Padres, man. Their offense, their starting rotation. I like them. I know Chicago was good throughout the entire year. PCA kind of slowed down or whatever, but man,
30.
I gotta go with the Padres on this, man. There's just too many guys in that lineup that are too good.
All right, Francis.
I got the Friars, man. Really loved what the Cubs were doing early in the year. It was a lot of fun, right? They were playing fun baseball. But here's where I'm gonna kind of show you my cards. I've been saying it on the last couple of shows here. If you guys have been listening, I don't like Central teams. It's really hard for me to believe in Central teams.
I agree.
And I just don't. So that NL Central, like, honestly, I know they've got some nice stories there, and like in Pat Murphy with Milwaukee, and then also the stuff the Cubs did. I don't believe in either of them. So I'm going Friars.
I gotta be honest though, Pat's a dog, bro.
Pat's
a dog, man. I love him.
I would trade for him. I mean, literally trade him for our manager in a heartbeat.
Pat's a dog, man. Let me tell you. Christian, who you got coming out of that series?
I like this one to go 3. I think though they will split.
Okay.
This is the series I'm most interested in outside of our own, obviously. But I do think that the Padres, they got to do it once, right?
They seem like a team that should have won already, and they just haven't. I mean, you got to think at some year they're gonna have that chance to get to the World Series.
And like Francis said, man, it doesn't matter what league it is. There's just something about Central teams that I just don't believe in them. He's right. You're right about that, Francis.
The only way I give them a chance, to be honest with you, the only way I give them a chance is if they're playing each other. Like when the Cubs won the World Series, they were playing you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, this is what it is. If they're playing each other, okay, but no.
So the chat, we all said Padres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all in line with all this right now. So was the chat.
We're in lockstep.
The chat has also said the Padres winning that series. Frank Cortez says, "Hey guys, it is positive or negative that the Yankees have played against Garrett." I think we said before it's more positive. You've seen him more. You know, there's nothing new he's gonna surprise you with. He's just really good. If he's on, you're gonna be fucked.
There's gonna be no mystery tomorrow. It's whether or not he's got his stuff.
If he got his stuff, it could be a long night. But the Yankees have homered off him in every single game. So
wait for the mistake.
Wait for the mistake, man, and you make something happen with it. So instead of going automatically back to the New York Yankees, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna have us continue on with the National League, and then we'll go with Seattle and the Guardians. Brewers versus the Fathers. Who do you have in the NLDS? We'll go to Christian first. Who do you got in the NLDS? Padres, Brewers.
Well, I'm not going to be hypocritical here. I said I don't like NL Central teams. I don't like AL Central teams. So I'm gonna take the Padres.
Love it.
I don't know. There's something about the Brewers too. It's just one of those teams that no matter how good they are in the regular season, I just don't ever trust them in October. And like I said, the Padres have to do it at some point.
Okay. Kev, we'll go to you.
I'm gonna actually go with the Brewers here. I think
That's because they got what's his name at third. I know what you're doing.
Caleb Durbin.
Caleb Durbin at third base. That's all it is with you.
No, I just think that
I'll tell Fernando.
I think they're due. I think they're due just like the Padres, but I think I don't know, man. This year they've been playing so well all throughout. All their young guys are playing well. The bullpen is nasty. I don't know, man. I just think the Padres, as always, they find a way to lose, and they'll lose against the Brewers. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I don't watch those two teams a lot. Obviously, I would love to see Tatis more in the playoffs, but I just think Milwaukee will do it.
Okay, kicking with Roy adds, and only postseason Soto we're seeing right now is an MLB The Show. Damn, he plays it too. I know that, but man, Lord have mercy. We really had to hit him hard there. Quick, I forgot to say this because I love this guy when he was coming over. when he got signed by the Cubs. Seiya Suzuki has become the friggin' man, by the way.
Yep.
So he's a guy that got off to that slow start in America. And a lot of people thought it was a mistake. He has become a hell of a friggin' ball player.
At a bargain too.
At a bargain price. He has been absolutely the man. So big fan of Seiya Suzuki. So I just wanted to shout out Suzuki out there. Yeah, I got the Padres. I got the Padres advancing to the NLCS. Again, man, I just think in my opinion, I thought last year was that year until, the Dodgers kind of took things over. But I don't know, man. That team has been playing with a chip on their shoulder for quite some time. They just can't seem to get over that hump. They lost their owner in the offseason. I don't know if that's going to be something that's going to really, maybe, push them a little more. Maybe that's on the mind of the team, but they're a good team there, man. Fernando Tatis is one of the best big game players in all of baseball. He goes off in the postseason every single year, leaves you with, mount dropping moments, bat flips, and just moments that'll live in Padres history forever. And you'll probably potentially see a lot more of those this year. So I got that team beating the Brewers. I think they end the Brewers' great story of the year, and they go ahead and move on. Chat. I think everybody went, right?
Well, I didn't go, but
Oh, good.
No, that's cool. I'm Padres for the reasons that you and Christian both shared. I'm gonna go with the Padres. I don't trust NL Central teams. I'm sorry.
All right. The chat also has the Padres winning. Vinny adds in the Yankees like to give former players suites to games. Do you think Soto is getting one this postseason since he's free? Lord have mercy.
That's funny. That's funny.
My friend over
gotta
there,
give
man.
it to him. That's funny.
What are you gonna do? Well deserved. It's deserved. What are you gonna do, guys? We're less than 200 likes. Let's get to those 200 likes, would you please? We got about 400 in here. Let's keep it going, folks. Smack that like, hit that damn subby for us, would you? Let's go ahead and get into the next one. We all have the Brewers, excuse me, not the Brewers, the Padres advancing. Wow, this is where I think we might change up a little bit.
The NLDS between the Phillies
Yes,
and Dodgers.
Phillies, Dodgers. Holy shit! You talk about a series.
Heavyweight battle.
Oh my goodness, this
That's
is
Ali
a series.
Frazier.
I'm telling you right now, the hell with it. I'm going fighting Phils, man. I'm going Phils. I'm going Phils, one, because our friends at Victus. I'm going with them. Two, I've always loved Bryce Harper. I will not stop loving Bryce Harper. I love Kyle Schwarber. I want these guys want to beat that damn team. They want to beat them. I got the Phillies winning. I think it goes to every single game, and the Phillies win. I got the Phillies advance into the NLCS to face the San Diego Padres. Kev, I'm going to start with you because you seem anxious. I see you looking at something over there, you son of a bitch, you.
Yo también pienso que los Philadelphia Phillies van a hacer lo que.
Bro, hit the set button.
Listen, as much as
What is this, the Super Bowl halftime show already?
as much as much, guys, Puerto Ricans are citizens of the United States. All right, stop tagging ICE on Bad Bunny's Instagram. Okay.
They are, yes.
Listen, as much as the Dodgers, like this is talk about the Yankees, Boston, the wild card series. This is the matchup of the DS series. I don't care. So
yeah,
I really do think that the Phillies, the way they're playing as of late, I know they don't have Wheeler, but Christopher Sanchez has come up big for them.
He's been awesome.
And then Suarez always finds a way in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like their rotation is as good as it gets. And Red October, man. I just, as much as I live close to Philly, and that drives me nuts. Trust me, this is the worst place to be when the Phillies and the Eagles are in the fucking playoffs where I live. But I think they go ahead and they beat the Dodgers, man.
Red October. Christian, who you got?
I like Philadelphia.
Woo!
Shit! Wow! Look at this.
I like Philly.
Look at this.
Will you
be a hot take?
Will you calm down, please, with the coming over there?
Yeah! Wow! Somebody needs to clip that sound.
Fuck boom, boom, boom. That's the new one for next season. Will you calm down
with that coming over there?
No, I do. I like Philly. I don't really have an in-depth analysis on that other than I just think that the Dodgers are going to run out of steam at some point in this run here, and because I don't think they have the bullpen to do it, and I don't know. I like you said, I'm a big fan of Bryce Harper. He should be a Yankee. These scumbags that, never gonna get
What are you
over
talking
that.
about? We had Aaron Hicks,
Yeah.
Brett Gardner. We had 6 outfielders at the time.
Yeah, Jacoby Ellsbury. I'm sure Melky
Yeah.
Cabrera was probably still under contract too.
And Harper was never going to play first base.
He
So
was never gonna
Yeah,
play first base in
can't
his
play
life,
first, so whatever,
87-year-old Paul Goldschmidt starting the wild card game tomorrow.
Oh shit. Friggin' Goldie. Francis, who you got? Let's see. Do you continue on the trend or are you gonna jump off here?
I thought
He's
picking the
jumping
Phillies,
off, folks.
I thought me picking the Phillies was going to be a hot take. Clearly, it's not. I guess this is just another. This is one of those days when we're in lockstep. I know at some point we're going to veer off, but yeah, man, I got the Phillies, and I'll tell you why. Kyle Schwarber. He's not going to win the MVP in the National League. We know why. I don't have to get into it. But Kyle Schwarber you can bet your freaking bottom dollar that come playoff time, he may very well be the most valuable player in the National League playoffs. He is it's true. He's the 3 true outcomes guy. But in the playoffs, that's what it comes down to offensively. Those 3 true outcomes. So either you're going to walk him or he's going to hit a big fly, but you're not going to get him too often, especially not in a big spot. Yes, I know Harper's there. You got a lot of people. There's a lot of people there, and I like them all. Okay, I like them all. They're good. Bader, I mean, literally otherworldly since he joined that team.
Yeah, we know Bader is a big October player too. So.
He's another one. He
went huge off for us with Phillies, man.
Huge for us. So I know they got the plate pieces, but I'm telling you, for me, it starts and ends, believe it or not, with Kyle Schwarber, and I think he's going to be the catalyst for them beating the Dodgers. I think this goes 6. I don't have it going 7. I have it going 6, and I think the Phils ended in 6 because in the beginning.
No, this is only the DS.
Yeah, it's DS. DS only 5.
Oh shit! It's
the DS.
It's DS. I thought
I have it going. I have this one going 5.
I think this will go the distance, but I think the Phillies will pull it
because
out.
it's the DS. I can see it going 5 because the Dodgers are going to survive because it's the shorter series. They're lucky that it's not the longer series, but it's fine. They'll survive to make it interesting for Game 5. I just think what's going to work for the Dodgers in the first 3 games is going to ultimately be their demise in the last 2. I think Roki is going to look good out of the pen early on, but I think the more that the Phillies see him, it's eventually going to be a problem, and they just don't have it. I'm sorry.
He is such a damn weapon, man.
He really is.
A late weapon for a bullpen that looked terrible. You add him in there, it makes it feel a little better. But I still got the Phillies. I got the Fightins winning that one. So
Phils, Red October, get ready, Kev.
Before we go to
they're gonna
the
reach the polls
Yankees,
in Philadelphia.
we're going Guardians, Mariners.
Well,
I'll be honest with you guys,
that's
man.
the trashiest series of the.
It really it's probably the one that gets the least amount of ratings. I can tell you that much.
They'll
but
put that
I am
shit on
gonna
at
say,
11 o'clock in the morning because they know.
I'm praying they do. I'm praying they do. I don't think anybody really cares about that one too much. But I'm gonna go Seattle. I think Seattle's pitching is good. I don't know that I'm really conflicted on this one. Maybe I should have let you guys talk a little bit to kind of help me through this one, because I know the Guardians have been hot, but I don't know. I just feel like this is Seattle's year. I feel like in many aspects of it, without giving anything away, I think the MVP race debate, I know the voting will be over, but I think the debate, the back and forth, is going to continue on. Wink, wink. You probably know what I'm going to go with. So I am going to go ahead and say that the Seattle Mariners do pull it off. And by the way, the chat also said the Phillies are going to win, but I'll throw Seattle into now. I'll go to Christian first. Who do you got in Guardians in Seattle?
Okay. Guess what Cal Raleigh's not going to do in the postseason this year? Okay.
Homer.
Okay. Again, Seattle's one of these teams, man. I don't even know the last time they were even in the postseason, but I don't know. I'm just not getting a good feeling coming out of Seattle. I think ultimately, though, the little engine that could is going to run out of steam, having to go on the road after playing that wild card series. I think they do give Seattle a big test, but I think ultimately Seattle will pull through. Yeah, and I also think it is because they do have the superior starting pitching than the Guardians do. And you can say whatever you want about the big dumper. He's a loser, okay? I think he will probably have a big division series because I think the Cleveland doesn't necessarily have the arms to get him out. But I think this is going to be from a baseball perspective, because there's so many other big market teams and big superstars in the postseason. People are not going to pay a lot of attention to this, but I do think Seattle probably pull it out in 4 to 5 games.
Okay. Francis, who you got?
I think this series is a lot closer than people will give it credit for. Just because, Seattle won their first division in God knows how long, and, they're riding, they're high, they have an MVP candidate. It's been a while since they've had things like this to cheer for. And so people are kind of, I think, would look at this as something like a runaway. I don't necessarily see it that way. I think Cleveland's pedigree, playoff pedigree, is something that can't be understated. This is a team that, yes, they didn't beat us last year, and a lot of people kind of undersold them. But I think this is a team that constantly gets overlooked, and they were getting overlooked as recently as the beginning of this month. They had a 2-point something chance or a 7-point something chance of making the playoff, and here they are in the playoffs. They're here. People forget, Dumper, all this, that's cute. J-Ram's been doing this for how long?
Been awesome, man.
Like J-Ram,
most underrated player in baseball,
for real,
by far.
brother. Like, he's been doing this for so freaking long, and he's another guy that he shows up in October. He was the most uncomfortable at bat for me, like as a Yankee fan last year. Every time he came up, I was like, I wanted to rip my hair out, because it was like, it just seemed like he just looks hitterish. He looks like he's gonna hurt you every time he's there. Left side, right side, it doesn't matter. He just looks like a guy who can do damage. And he's dynamic. He's one of those guys. They're well. And then forget it. Stephen Kwan. Stephen Kwan's another guy. Man, I love Stephen Kwan. He's for me, he's like the best freaking cookie cutter leadoff hitter, man. He's the best right now to me.
Yep.
So I love what Cleveland brings to the table. I do kind of agree with Christian, though, them having to go through the wild card. Say what you want. I mean, it does kind of take something out of you. Seattle's resting. That might be, who knows? Like, who knows?
You never know how that works out, too, by the way.
That's a really good point, because the rest.
You really never know. The Yankees are playing
sometimes
hot. What if they took a couple of days off? Who knows what would have happened? And in reality, sounds like a cop-out to Toronto fans, but it's not. It's true. You never really know.
I kind of like the way that we finished the season being that hot. I like that we're playing right away. With Seattle, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to feel about this layoff. I don't know, but I do think that the M's will get it done. I just think it's going to be closer than people think, and I think it goes the distance. I think I could see that going 5 games, and Seattle having to pull it out in Game 5, win or go home.
Don't say go to distance too much, because then Christian's gonna get happy. He's gonna think Rocky.
I ran today. I'm in training mode. Okay.
He's in training mode.
Kev's a bitch and he doesn't want to come. Well, he does want to. I mean, he does want to come, but
Francis just said he was going to pull it out, and you guys are talking about.
Hey, what are we doing over here? By the way,
I didn't say
Ambriotti.
I said Seattle.
I gotta get my guy before I get to Kev. I gotta get the Ambriotti in the chat, bro. If that ever happened, MLB would rig that shit. They'd openly rig that shit to make sure it doesn't happen. Seattle versus Cincinnati in the World Series.
Jesus Christ!
They would figure out a way to rig that shit so friggin' badly to make sure it doesn't happen. That would be a nightmare for Major League Baseball.
They'll do like bio warfare in Cincinnati's locker room to make sure.
Oh, they'd have to do something. I mean, that would be an absolute nightmare. Kev, who you got?
My heart is saying the Guardians, but my mind is telling me Seattle. So, but I'm gonna go
a little R. Kelly, all right.
But I'm gonna go with the Guardians. I think they just been there, done that. See, Seattle. I mean, I get their rotation, but they're so fucking pesky. Seattle, I don't think they don't know how annoying the Guardians are, in the postseason and their entire lineup, and they play great defense. I think that, like you guys said, I think the layover is gonna affect them a little bit. It might benefit Cal Riley, who shit the bed trying to break the record. Oh, sorry, because it ain't easy. Because I said when you get to 60. You something goes wrong on the noggin.
Oh, he's a catcher, bro. He was probably tired, man. He had to squat. He had to squat so many times.
So I'm gonna go ahead with the Guardians. I just think that they're a more seasoned playoff team. Even though, like, I understand Seattle's rotation, but I don't know, man. It's just something about having experience in October. It matters, and you'll see it play out.
You know, when they talk about Kyle Riley, too, with this he catches, they gave him the nickname. He sits on that big ass all day. He's all right. It's like sitting on a fucking beanbag under your ass while
He's
you
like,
catch it.
yeah, he's like Marge from HR, bro.
Yeah,
she
that's
sits
it.
on that. She sits on her big dumper every day too. Is she the fucking MVP?
The big dumper. I love it. Kyle
Francis'
says
favorite nickname. Francis loves that nickname.
he
Hate
does
that
love that
nickname.
nickname. He loves it, damn it. He would like it more if Alex Jackson had that nickname.
Oh, damn,
I would support if it was Alex Jackson. I'd support it.
You know Alex Jackson.
support
You know
it.
Alex Jackson is the only player to hit the Happy Gilmore home run.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did the
He
long
actually-
run.
yeah,
the
he
run.
did. Yeah, he
Francis
did.
called it. He called it in the offseason.
I
He
tried
called
to
it in the
tell- I
offseason.
tried
To
to
be
tell
fair, he
you
told
about
everybody
Alex.
about Alex
I
Jackson.
laughed at me.
Kyle Malay says Judge versus Riley in ALCS with the Yankees winning. Well, Kyle Malay is jumping ahead of every. He said, "The hell with, I'm jumping ahead of everybody." David says, "I have Guardians for a few reasons. Pitching and the bullpen, and Guardians have experience. Pitching and defense, what it comes down to." By the way, who's closing for the Guardians now? Is it Cade?
That's a very good question. I'm gonna look that up.
Because we know the gambler's out.
Yeah, you know, we don't even talk about that anymore. That they sold at the deadline, and they had their all-world closer who is in a gambling investigation. Even though Austin Hedges has
Kate Smith.
CTE because he
Cade,
thinks
I
that.
figured.
Remember Austin Hedges is. Remember he thought that Clase was better than Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
Then he came out. He went back on to Chris Rosa's show a couple weeks, like a week or so ago, and said that Cal Riley's the MVP. Guess why, guys? Because he's a catcher.
Oh, please.
Fucking loser.
By the way, regarding that whole debate
Bum.
there about the catcher situation, I did this the other day. I'm gonna do it again with everybody here. An unbelievable breakdown by Jason Stark. I don't know if you guys have saw that, but Jason Stark went on Foul Territory, who, by the way, they all love Cal Riley. They all think, I know there's two catchers on that show, but they all believe he should be. He went on the show and was like, look, the story's awesome. He said flat out, as much as I would love to put my vote for Cal Riley, when you look at the numbers, I can't bring myself to do it. Aaron Judge is that damn good. He said he is double the, he is 2 times the average baseball player. 2 times.
He's not
His
wrong.
numbers are far superior. He was talking about the gap between the number 1s and 2s with Judge. He's like, you cannot say, no matter what, how impressive something else is that somebody did, that Aaron Judge is not the MVP of the American League. So, you know how we all feel about that. I know how his chat feels about that.
His OPS plus this year is 215.
That's right. And by the way, Christian, you had an unbelievable one when you said he'd take away 180 OPS from Cal Riley. He's Oswald Peraza.
Yeah.
That was great. But who had the Guardians? Only Kev. All right, Kev had the Guardians, so you're the only one that's a little different than us in that regard. Yankees versus the damn Toronto Birds. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
They'll be begging to
my
be the
goodness.
51st state after we get done with them.
It could very well could be. It very well could be after the Yankees dominate them. Lord, I don't know, man. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. I got to be honest. I got to be honest with everybody, man. This is going to be a hard-fought, tough series. I don't think if anybody here is predicting a sweep, I'm going to call you out on that one because I don't believe it.
No.
I don't believe it's going to be a sweep. I'm going to jump immediately. I'm with Kicking with Roy in the chat. The New York Yankees in 5. I think it's going all the way. Again, I am dramatic when it comes to business. And hint, hint, I call every game. So I like to have all the games I can get. Season's almost over. Though they're so much fun. The postseason's so exciting. I got it going. I got the Yankees in 5 games. I don't think it's gonna go. My bad, guys. I forgot in 5, right? Yeah, goes 5. Can't go 6, Dom. Dom threw me off there for a second. I got the Yankees in 5. Let's start with, we'll go with Christian first.
All right. So the reason why the New York Yankees did not win the American League East this year is because they went 1-6 in Toronto this year.
Yep,
Okay?
that's right.
Everybody,
That's right.
every time I bring that up, everybody cherry picks this game here, this game there. They lost 6 out of 7 games in Toronto this year. we've been stressing the importance of playing well in the division. The Yankees they literally can't go back to the World Series unless they play well in the division. They have to beat 2 AL East teams to get back to the World Series. This, for me, is the big series for the Yankees. They get past Boston, which we all think that they will. If they beat Toronto, they're going back to the World Series. There's no doubt about that in my mind. This is going to be the hardest series the Yankees will play past the wild card, because I honestly think that they'll smoke anybody that they face in the ALCS this year. It's this series right here. And if you look at the way that they played in Toronto this year, and the fact that the Yankees are going to be the road team in this series, they have to win this series in 4 games. They have to split. They have to split in the first 2 games. And think about it like this. Game 1 can be very tricky for the Yankees because they don't have their starters set in stone in game 1. Let's say we're all taking this with the assumption that we're winning the divisions, the wild card series. So that's how I'm going to analyze this for this right here.
Yeah.
The Yankees, if they go to game 3, they have to throw Luis Gil in game 1, because then obviously they don't have Cam Schlittler rested and ready. If they sweep the Boston, they still don't have to go to Cam Schlittler. They can then decide if they want to go to Luis Gil instead. So their pitching is up in the air for game 1. Where it comes into, and this is why this series you can afford to lose game 1, because then you can settle into the series, because Max Fried will be on regular rest. He will be rested for game 2. You split, you get Max Fried's start, you go home, you win those 2 games, you go to the ALCS. The Yankees won both series against Toronto this year in the Bronx. We don't think that the Yankees handled their business at home against Toronto because of how Toronto beat their fucking brains in north of the border this year. But the Yankees played Toronto really, really well in the Bronx this year. That's why I think the Yankees, if they're going to win this series, if they get past Boston and they're going to win this series, they do it in 4 games. They split in Toronto and they handle their business in the Bronx like they did against Toronto in the regular season this year.
Before we move forward, I'm going with Christian on this one in regards of, if the Yankees defeat the Red Sox and then defeat the Blue Jays, I got the Yankees going to the World Series. I just don't see the Yankees losing a series to either one of those teams in 7 games. I don't see it happening. If you guys are more than willing to just jump to that and we'll move on to the next ones after that, I am. I believe if the Yankees beat the Red Sox and they beat the Blue Jays, I believe the New York Yankees will win the pennant again and they'll be in the World Series. I'll go to Francis next.
I have the Yankees making one of their biggest October statements in a long time, probably the first real October statement in Aaron Judge's career, in that series against Toronto. I said it when Toronto came to the Bronx for that last series that we played them this season, that after what happened up there, that 4-game sweep or whatever, the Yankees kind of locked in with them and said, they're the ones. They're the ones that we cannot let beat us anymore. They've had their fun. They've talked their shit. People have had their narratives. Their broadcast is talking shit. Their fans are talking shit. I mean, it's enough. It's enough. And normally I don't peg these Yankees to do that. But
Pull Buck Martinez.
no, yeah. Hey, it is what
Buck
it is.
Martinez.
Buck Martinez. I'm gonna tell you
Taking
right
shots. He getting strays over here.
now. I'm gonna tell you right now, Buck
Francis
Martinez.
said he shouldn't open your mouth. Damn it.
You're not finna have a good series, buddy. You're not. I'm gonna be real with you, because I got the Yankees winning 2 for this wild card. I want Cam in game 1. And the last time the Blue Jays saw Cam, they had a very good first inning. A little bit of luck on their end, a little bit of misfortune on Cam's end, but guess what? They got the job done. Okay, they got the job done, and they end up walking away with the victory. I didn't forget it, and guess who else didn't forget it? Cam motherfreaking Schlittler. I know that kid wants to beat that team. I know that I'm not saying he's looking past Boston or whatever, but I know that if he could have it his way, he wouldn't have to pitch against Boston so that he could pitch against Toronto. I feel like he is chomping at the bit to get after that lineup in Toronto, in the Bronx, on Mars, on Mercury. I don't think he cares where he has to pitch against them, but I think he wants to beat them. And I think when he beats them, that pretty much will be the series, because they're not going to beat Max after that. And that's it. I got Rodon. I trust Rodon. Literally, I think Rodon is going to be nails this postseason. Like, I got Rodon for having maybe one bad start this entire postseason ride. So yes, I got the Yankees beating Toronto. It's probably going to be in 4, but you might. Pete said he'll call somebody up for saying they sweep them. Look, if they sweep Boston and they go in there ahead of, and remember, Toronto, Bo Bichette is unsure. That's a big loss.
Agreed.
He's one of the biggest reasons that we can. I mean, you said it every time you called the games against him, Pete.
Yeah.
Every time Bo comes out, he gets a hit against him. Every single time. It's like they couldn't get him out. If he's not ready to go, yeah, buddy, I don't know. Also, all I'm gonna say is I don't know. But guess what? Even if he is
done, or we don't know yet.
We don't know that he's done. They're saying that he could possibly be back, but then they're
hopeful.
They're hopeful. But then, like, I was looking at some Toronto stuff, like, was it yesterday? And like some people are like, yeah, they're not like being. Some people are saying that they're being like the Yankees, that they're not really letting on exactly how the extent of it really is, because they want to kind of play the game with the opposing teams. Wherever that stands, I got the Yankees, and Pete, I'll go right there with you. I think you get past Boston, you get past Toronto, there's nobody else on the other side that's beating you in 7. So they go to the World Series.
I do want to add one more thing out there, because I actually, got a chance to see this guy pitch the other day. I believe his name is Yesavage. I don't know if I'm saying that name right, but he's the pitcher for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it looks like that. He pitched against Tampa.
I think it's actually said Yes Savage. Like
Savage?
Yeah.
Like Randy Savage, a little Yes Savage?
I think that's how they
Yes
were saying, because
Savage.
I was watching the game the other day when he was pitching. I think that's how they were saying it.
I will say this.
He's good?
He's got absolutely filthy shit.
Oh, boy.
Like, yeah, he's got nasty stuff. He's got very, very nasty stuff. But like our good friend Scott Wright in the chat is saying, he only has 14 innings. So, yes, he looks like he has a bright future and all that, but he only does have 14 innings. So, it'll be interesting to see how they go about it. Now, the interesting thing with the Blue Jays, before I throw it over to you, Kev, to finish off, is Gausman is kind of hit or miss with the Yankees. He either pitches very good or he doesn't pitch good at all against the Yankees. Bassett is a guy who just always seems to do fairly well against the Yankees.
Yeah.
But after that, Barrios is out for the year. He's not going to be there. So the pitching matchups, I think every pitching matchup is going to always favor the Yankees, and they just got that type of staff. Kev, what do you got?
I mean, Gausman, who the Yankees normally hit have been hitting well, but I think this year they haven't done great against Gausman. But
I'll pull the numbers up while you tell us.
Oh, Gausman's number? Okay, yeah. So basically, I mean, I want to say it's going to go to 5 games, but I feel like the Yankees, I don't know, man, because I feel like if the Yankees do what we like, a lot of us already talked about, if they take 2 from Boston and they look like the different team that they've looked like the last month and a half. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna go over and fucking take a shit all over Toronto, come back and clinch it in New York, bro. Like, I honestly do. Like, I don't see them going 5 games, and so I'm gonna go and say I'm gonna be confident enough to say Yankees in 4. I'm not even gonna say 5. Fuck that. Fuck the Blue Jays. Fuck their fans. They're corny as shit. Kevin Pillar talking about, the fucking AL East is back where it's supposed to be. Shut the fuck up. When was the last time you won the fucking East? Oh, when you went to the playoffs and didn't score a run that time? All right, yeah. So, no, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, eating poutine up there like a bunch of bitches, bro. Have disco fries like real men do.
Damn. And what's up with Canada, too? What are you doing trying to kill all those, what are they over there, the ostriches? Leave the fucking ostriches alone. They want to kill all these ostriches on this fucking thing. They want to, I don't know, for research or whatever. Get the hell out. Leave the damn animals alone, you sons of bitches, you. Anyway, Scott, maybe Scott Wright in the chat could tell us a little more about that. By the way, Bassett is on the IL, so they're not 100% sure he's going to be available. It looks like it'll be Bieber would probably do
And he's pitched
game
well
2.
for them.
He does.
He does,
Kev,
but
I got
also
the
hit him
numbers here for you. Only problem with these numbers here is that he started terrible, finished very strong. So 4 starts against the Yankees this year. April 27, 2 2/3 innings, 6 earned runs. July 1st, 5 innings, 2 earned. And then in July 21st, 7 innings, 1 earned. And then September 5th, 8 innings, 1 earned run. So his last 2 outings were very, very good.
Yeah, but didn't the Yankees travel before the Gausman start? So
I think it was one of those. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just gonna use that excuse since they like to use that one too.
I'm fine with it. I'm okay with that. Carl, no, Roman Anthony is not back, and I was just seeing a Red Sox fan's tweet. He said people got to stop talking about Roman Anthony. He's out. So, you know, they're trying to do like this comeback story. He's going to come back and save the Red Sox season, but he's out. They don't believe he's going to come back at all. So, Kev, do you also have that? Are you agreeing with us that if the Yankees win that series, they're back in the World Series?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So let's continue on with the National League and see who the Yankees going to play in the World Series, as that's how we have it all right now. So again, we have the Phillies. I think all of us had the Phillies and the Padres.
Yes.
And the NLCS.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Christian, I'm going to go to you first because I need some time to think on this one.
I'm not thinking about nothing, bro. We're gonna kick
God.
we'll kick the Phillies' ass again in the World Series.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
We're
have
repeating 09 over here.
yeah, we are repeating 09. We need the A-Rod 09 run from Aaron Judge this year, and how we're going to do that is we're going to conquer the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series just like we did in 2009. We're going to bookend it like that.
I like it. I like it a lot. He got the Yanks. Aaron Boone. Hold on for one time for Boone.
Together with friends. What I like to do.
Being together with friends. Together the whole day through. Boone is going to hold that damn trophy up. Let's go with Kev. Who do you got winning that NLCS?
Time to play the game.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. That's my guy. Kev's gonna say the Padres just because
I'm absolutely gonna say the fucking Padres. Fuck Red October. I only like you guys against the Dodgers. Besides that, get the fuck out of here. I'm going with the Padres. Tatis in the fucking World Series. Machado. I can't wait to see that shit. It's gonna be fucking electric. Giancarlo hitting moonshots in San Diego is gonna be hermoso. So I'm taking the Padres, bro.
All right, Yankees Padres World Series. Kev, guess what, my guy? I'm gonna go ahead and join you in that area too. I got the Padres winning, going to the World Series. Francis, if you remember, that was my prediction with Dellin last year. Yeah, we talked to Dellin before the game we called
ALDS. Yeah,
for the ALDS. I had it, the Yankees and the Padres. That's what I'm gonna
go.
That's a rematch. He did. We both thought it was Yankees Padres. That's a rematch of course 1998. Francis, who do you got? And then we'll talk about the World Series.
I got the fighting Phils again. I think.
Woo!
I love the San Diego Padres. Look, Manny Machado, one of my favorite players of all time. He's had a phenomenal career. I'm not saying like he's not retiring, but I'm saying like the guy's been good for a very long time. And dare I say, to this point in his career, at this point, I think he's a little underrated. I think people kind of overlook him now because he's a little bit older and they got the Tatis over there, so whatever. But he's a great player. Tatis Jr. know what he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? This team is great. I think the Phillies are out for blood this year. I really do. I feel like they are not going to be, they're just not going to take no for an answer. I think once they get past the Dodgers, I see them a lot like us in that they beat the Dodgers. I'm sorry for whoever has to face them after that, but in their mind, it's tunnel vision to the World Series. So I do think they beat the Padres. I think that ends up being one of the best series of the entire playoffs, though. Padres, Phillies. But I do have the Phillies.
Fire series.
Yeah, I think that goes at least 6 games. I think, but I would bet if I had to bet money on it today, I would say that's a 7-game series, and it's a classic series.
Okay, well, me and Kev got the World Series being the New York Yankees versus the Padres. Christian and Francis got the New York Yankees versus the Philadelphia Phillies. So I'll go ahead and I'll start, man. I'll get this out the way. I got it. Yankees, Padres. Let me say this real quick about the Padres. They can actually be a very scary team for the Yankees to face in the World Series. And the reason I say that is the Yankees' 2 best starting pitchers are left-handers. You got 2 guys on that team guaranteed to lock in, of course, Manny Machado and also Fernando Tatis Jr., who is you probably see Fernando Tatis play his best baseball. In not that he doesn't in the postseason every year, but being on that stage at Yankee Stadium, all those lights on him, that's a guy that doesn't shy away from it. He steps up and really steps out. So I think that could be an unbelievable series. But That's where it ends for me. The New York Yankees will do away with them fairly quickly. I got the New York Yankees winning the World Series in 5 games. I got the MVP of the World Series being, guess who, folks? You probably didn't see this one coming. Trent Grisham is going to be the MVP of the World Series for the New York Yankees. And by the way, I think he's going to be one of the biggest reasons the Yankees defeat the Toronto Blue Jays. Trent Grisham is going to be potentially this year's Juan Soto with the big home runs and the big moment, because that dude doesn't back down, and he is about as clutch gets when it comes to big moments. And you might be saying, why don't you just say Judge? I think Judge is going to have a good postseason. I do, because if he doesn't, we're screwed. But I think Trent Grisham is going to be that other name that comes up in major moments for the Yankees this year. So again, Aaron Boone, Brian Cashman, everybody that at this network here at the U, we always tell the truth about all year. We knock you when we have to knock you. We pat you on the back when we have to pat you on the back. And we're all sitting here. I'm pretty sure all of us are going to say the same thing when it comes to that. I want to see you guys hold up number 28 this year. So I got the New York Yankees winning the World Series in 5 games against the San Diego Padres. Kev, what do you got?
How many games you said?
5.
I'll give them 6. I think it's going to be a little bit more interesting than that. Because we do have Hill and Schlittler, and you know how that goes. Sometimes one of those guys might have a bad start here or there, whatever. Our bullpen might give them then here or there. I'll give them a little bit more. I'll give them in 6 games, but I do think that's where it ends. I still think we're gonna hate Tatis by the end of it.
Hell yeah.
He looked so good last year when he was playing in the playoffs, and he looks like he just rises to the occasion. He's one of those people who doesn't shy away from the moment. So we're gonna hate him. Probably gonna hate Machado finally. But yeah, man, I'm gonna
remember how bad Machado beat the shit out of us with Baltimore. So come full circle on that one.
And then Bogarts will be there. So Luis Arias. But listen, I'll give him 6.
Maybe Tatis is the real big dumper. It was his ass that ended Anthony Rizzo's career.
That's true. I forgot about that. So, Christian, you gave yours already, right? Or you can say it again if you want.
Well, I'll say this. I think that the Yankees are going to face the Phillies in the World Series. I think the Yankees are going to win it in 6, just like they wanted it in 2009. And I think it's also going to be primarily a DH type that is going to be the World Series MVP, just like in 2009. Although I think he's going to see some time behind the plate and some time at first base in this postseason run.
Wow.
And that's Benjamin Rice.
Holy shit.
I think Ben Rice is going to be one of these guys that we look back at after this postseason run and say, this guy came up in some really big moments and got some really big home runs for the New York Yankees in his postseason run. Look,
you mean our 22?
Our 20, the real 22.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The real 22. Okay.
Nice.
People will come across this on, from across the country and be like, "Oh, these are just homers. This is a Yankee channel. These are all Yankee content creators," and that's fine. You guys can believe that. But as I always said, I've been doing NYYST for going on 10 years now. I've never lied to my audience. If I thought the Yankees weren't going to win, I would tell you. And if I think the Yankees are going to win, I'm going to tell you. The Yankees can easily get knocked out in 2 games against Boston. The Yankees can easily not get past the Toronto Blue Jays. That is just facts of life. That's the way that the Yankees have played against the American League East this year. Those are 2 really, really good baseball teams that have given the Yankees a lot of problems this year. But I also think that this is a better baseball team than the one that went to the World Series last year. And they need to be a better baseball team because there's different competition in the American League postseason this year than there was last year. I didn't have the confidence in the starting rotation that I have in this starting rotation, and that was even with Garrett Cole because I didn't know who was going to come up big behind Garrett Cole last year. Now I feel confident in our 1-2 punch. That's the first time in the Aaron Boone era that I felt confident in a 1-2 punch for this Yankee starting rotation going into October. And like I said earlier in this show, you don't have to feel comfortable every time the Aaron Boone goes to the bullpen, but those guys are getting outs right now. And you have to believe that with Bednar and somebody else is going to step up and get the outs that are necessary. And this lineup is deeper and it's better than it was last year, where you don't have to rely on Giancarlo Stanton and Juan Soto, because Aaron Judge, I firmly believe this, and I never got on record in saying this before. It was more only like a hope that he is going to carry the Yankees in the postseason this year, and that you have Ben Rice and Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham and Giancarlo Stanton, and I even think Anthony Volpe will contribute a little bit. And Austin Wells does have a penchant for finding a way to get runs in. He's got 70 RBIs. He led, or was near the top at the sacrifice fly list. And people laugh at sacrifice flies. Score runs and run scoring situations. That's how you win in the postseason. This is a better defensive team than we had in the postseason last year. Trent Grisham, Cody Bellinger, and Aaron Judge shits on the defensive outfield that we had out there last year, because you have a true center fielder. Aaron Judge isn't playing out of position. We all love Juan Soto, but he was absolute ass cheeks in right field last year. This is a better baseball team, and I truly believe if they get through the AL East gauntlet of of the American League postseason, we're going down the Canyon of Heroes. And as much as I've talked shit about Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman, and been since 2021 wanted to run these guys the fuck out of town, the one thing I've always said, I want you guys to be holding a trophy in November more than I want to be right about getting you guys out of town. And I want to come on here and say, Aaron, more than anything, and this is how I'll end it on this, more than anything that I've ever said on any podcast that I've been on, mine or here on NYYU, is the only thing I ever want to say at the end of the day is Aaron Boone is the manager of the world champion New York Yankees, and I firmly and truly believe this is the best team and best opportunity that he's had to do that in his tenure as manager here.
And I agree with just about everything that was said there. Francis.
I got Yanks Phils in the World Series. I'm with Christian again. I think it goes 6 games. I think the Yankees get it done. To what Christian was saying, it's true. Some people will listen to this. Some people might be listening to it right now saying, there's no way these guys are picking this team to win the World Series. I mean, just a couple months ago, they had this team dead in the water. And it's like, yeah, that's true. We did have them dead in the water. But like you said, that was just a couple months ago. Now it's now. And in the present, that's what it's about in the postseason. It's not about the last 2 months, the last 3 months, what you were doing in April or May. None of that shit matters anymore. You see, that's why I think a lot of people have this trauma that's going to be dispelled real soon here, because they're remembering what Boston did to us months ago. They're remembering what Toronto did to us months ago. They're remembering all this stuff from months ago. I tell you, if that's you, you're not looking at the same team. These Yankees that start playing their postseason tomorrow, that go and commence the chase for 28 for the umpteenth time tomorrow, these ain't the Yankees from a couple months ago. Okay, because those Yankees from a couple months ago wouldn't have won the last 8 straight. Those Yankees from a couple months ago don't go 7-5 in that 12-game stretch. It just doesn't happen. Okay, it wouldn't have happened, and we know because we saw it.
Yep.
That's why I'm picking this team to win in 6 games against the Phillies. I know the Phillies will have home field. That's cute. Philly's nice. Red October. These people have gone into enemy territory before. They know what it's like. Let's not forget they had the Dodgers beat in Game 1 last year. They had them beat.
Yeah.
They gave that game up.
Over there.
You understand? Yeah. They gave that game up. Game 2, they were in it right until the very freaking end. Okay. We can rehash the 2024 World Series. All we have to, but there's not really a need. There's not really a need to rehash that.
That bum.
I only bring up the 2024 World Series to say is that, excuse me, I remember going into it, a lot of people had us out of it. They said that the Yankees didn't belong in the same field as the Dodgers, that the Dodgers were going to overpower them. It was going to be too much. It was going to be whatever. There were no blowouts. They won Game 5 because the Yankees literally gift wrapped them and gave it to them and said, here you go, celebrate on our field.
Yep.
But I'm inclined to believe that, that bad taste is in a lot of these guys' mouths, and they want to rectify that. So I think we're going to do it. I think 2025 is the year. And I promise you, I wouldn't be lying to you if I didn't believe that, because I remember sitting here last year going into the playoffs saying, look, I got them going to the World Series. I don't know what happens after that. I mean, I remember saying that verbatim, and the video's there.
Yeah.
You guys can go look it. I never said that I believed that the Yankees were winning the World Series last year. Did I say it was time for them to win the World Series? Hell yeah. But I didn't have them winning. This year is a different year, man. This year is a different year.
This is the first time for me doing this that I've ever said the Yankees are going to win the World Series.
I don't remember ever hearing you say that. Yeah.
There's never been a time before when I said before a postseason began that the New York Yankees are going to win the World Series. Now, as Kev Boogie adds, and if they beat Boston, they're going all the way. I mean, there's a chance of that. I think we all kind of agree if they beat Toronto. I think they really do have a great shot. I want to just say this too. Now, nobody here is, blind to the fact of what could go wrong with this team.
Fact.
The one thing that I am hoping very, very much is that we don't have to have an entire offseason and multiple podcasts and shows and talking about this stuff for another couple of months until a new year begins of how the Yankees got in their own way again. That is the last thing we want to be talking about. And we all know how it could go down. We all know how it could happen. Everybody here, everybody in this chat who's following along with this club, you know it. We all know it. Hopefully, that is, again, just not something that we have to harp on for a whole nother year again. And maybe this is the year the Yankees play correct baseball and they win. And if they, God forbid, they were to lose, it's not because they got in their own way. It's because we could sit there and say, well, look, man, the better team won in this series. I mean, they outplayed us. We did everything right. We did not wrong. We just lost. So hopefully we're not having a story of, well, the Yankees stepped on their own feet. The Yankees beat the Yankees. It wasn't that this other team played better. It was that the New York Yankees played bad. Hopefully that's not the case. So, gentlemen, look, man, I don't want to keep us here much longer than we really have to be. We all got the Yankees going. Tomorrow's the day. It starts up. It's ready to go. Before we get off, jump off out of here, I'm going to play something real quick. The Yankees just released this, and I figure we watch this all together. The Yankees went ahead and just released their little hype video for the postseason. The hell with it, man. Let's watch it together. Why not? Here we go.
Baseball is full of changes. The next city.
And let's do it here at Fenway.
The next pitcher. The next moment.
Can the Yankees walk it off? We go to the bottom of the ninth.
But sometimes change requires effort. Max effort.
The Yankees have agreed to terms with Max Fried. 8-year deal. This is a big-time get. I don't think they're done yet.
Brian Cashman's not going to sit back and Hal Steinbrenner. They're going to pivot. They're going to find a way.
The Yankees putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Change can be exciting.
The Yankees offense, we can say, is fired back up.
See ya! Back to back to back.
It's been unbelievable to watch the rotation.
And sometimes change is exactly what is needed.
A grand slam for Cody Bellinger. What a night.
Goldschmidt ties the game to start the seventh.
Ball game. A walk-off home run for Jason Dominguez.
Swing and a miss with that splitter. Yes.
There it goes. See ya. A huge home run for Grisham.
Swing on a drive deep to right center field. Giddy up, baby. Gone. Hey now.
But there's always room for improvement. New heights to be reached.
A pinch hit. 2-run home run for Stanton. Amazing. 50 home runs or more for the 4th season of his career. The Yankees' 9th home run of the day. They did it again. Perfect through 6 innings. McMahon with the walk-off single.
A gutsy 5-out save.
Caballero drives and Judge, and the Yankees are going to the postseason.
But when it comes to October and the chase for a title, some things never change.
Oh, nah, don't do this.
Should have used a little bit more of the 09.
I'll tell you what.
That was dirty work putting the strikeout of Soto with
that. No, I was about to say that was cold. They did the strikeout of Soto. He transformed right into Cody Bellinger hitting a home run.
That is disgusting, bro. If that's Tyrell, bro, shout out to him because he was the one.
That was extremely well done. Gets you hyped up. Yeah, man, I got nothing. There. I could be nitpicky. I could be nitpicky and find some things there that I just don't like, but you know, I
think we all agree on what.
Well, no, it's not. If you believe it's a Soto thing, it's not.
It's not even that.
No, my thing is, showing all the past stuff. I don't want to see the past stuff anymore. I don't want to see the past Yankees no more.
The Jeter, the Mo.
Yeah, I want to see these guys do it. I want to see clips of these guys doing it.
You have enough clips of just hitting home runs and stuff like that.
Well, the funny thing is when they at least when they did say some things never change in October, they didn't show Judge hitting a home run. That's the only bad thing. I'm sorry, I don't want to take no shots at Aaron Judge, but he's gonna change that this year. Damn it, he's gonna change that this year. He's gonna go off, and everything is good. But that was cold. Look, I don't think, and like I see people saying that's a shot at Soto. I don't think it is. It's the biggest change of the year.
It's being honest.
By far,
was the biggest change of the Yankees. Look, is Cody Bellinger, Juan Soto was a hitter? No, not even close. But he had a hell of a year. He had a great year for the New York Yankees.
That's what people need to understand.
With his glove. That's right.
And Soto has a special part in everybody's because it was a magical year last year, but this year could be magical too, and that's how you get over.
No doubt.
Past is by what happens in the present. If the Yankees win this year, nobody gives a flying.
No, Cody
happened
Bellinger
in 2024.
Cody Bellinger was phenomenal this year. I mean, I am upset he didn't get his 30th. I would have loved to have seen him get that 30th.
I was at the game yesterday. I was rooting so hard for him to get his 30th, man. I wanted it so bad because I was screaming for months he was going to be a 30 home run guy. But 29 is close enough, man. You know, there's not a person that on this panel right now that didn't want Juan Soto back, but I don't know if we're here if we have Juan Soto and not Max Fried and Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's tough. I would, people get mad when I say this, but I mean, you could have probably had maybe two of those guys at least.
That's always the argument, but we live in a different world with how
we do, no doubt about that. No doubt about that. But Beavis Lee Ray adds in, he goes, let's put the positive energy out there for the Yankees winning the World Series in such a negative world. Winning another chip is a breath of fresh air. Bro, look, I again, man, I think we've been, me personally, I know for a fact I can speak for me. I've always been very honest about the New York Yankees, about if I think they're going to win or not. Again, man, I say it now. I really believe the Yankees are the best team on paper. I don't just say that to say it. I really believe that. I believe if the Yankees get past the Toronto Blue Jays, I think the Yankees 100% go to the World Series. Now, can they beat a team like Philly? Can they beat a team like the Dodgers again? Can they beat whoever the hell they're going to play? Yeah, I think they can. That's the reason why I'm sitting here saying I think this is if there's ever a year, I think this is the year. I think this is the year for the Yankees to win, and I got them winning the World Series this year. I got them winning the World Series in 5 games.
We all talked about during this 2 hours and the whole year about Judge, and last year, remember I told you, Pete, Judge can hit 75 this year. Once October starts, I don't give a flying fuck. And today is the last day I'm caring about how good the season was. Tomorrow, the postseason starts, and I need Aaron Judge to continue to do what he's done all year and every year for the last 4 years during the regular season. Yep. That needs to go through to the postseason, and the Yankees need to get over the hump of the Red Sox beating them in the postseason as well. So
I do. Can I make some announcements real quick before I forget? Yeah. This is going to sound absolutely insane to a lot of people, but I'm going to throw it out there because I don't think it's possible for us. We actually have an amazing opportunity. If the wild card were to go to game 3, we have the possibility of having 30 people in a suite. And I'm throwing it out there to everybody because if we could get 30 people that want to do it, it's only like $230, which is an absolute insane steal. For a suite. It's a steal for a suite in a postseason game. That's the only thing that would pull me away from a game season live for a game 3. And we could also go live inside the suite, by the way. So we could literally leave the phone there live and everybody can see our reactions. I don't know if we could get 30 people, but I would really need to know like immediately. That does come with food and drinks also in a suite. So that's an opportunity that Tommy literally threw at me today. He was like, I know it's short notice, But if you guys can, we can actually lock that in for you. You guys know my email. You know it on Discord. If that was possible, get at me ASAP, and we could try to figure it out as quick as we can. It's like $230 a person. I think we'd have to get everything collected and then give it. I don't think they let you do tickets. I think when it's a suite like that, you got to pay the whole thing. So we'd have to try to figure out how that would exactly work. But I just wanted to throw it out to everybody. On top of that, we will be calling live at Legacy Bar and Grill, of course. Shout out to Jordan, the barber, our great friend here at the channel. Shout out to Legacy, who's got a lot of love by the New York Yankees in a video here recently. We'll be calling the game not on Saturday. We'll be calling the game on Sunday at Legacy Bar and Grill. That is going to be a night game, Sunday night. We'll let you guys know when that is. But Sunday, we'll be calling the game at Legacy Bar and Grill. I know we really tried hard for Saturdays. Unfortunately, I think with the Yankee video and all that, they had a lot of reservations for the weekend that they really couldn't pull away from. So completely understandable. Guys, we'll be there Sunday, though, and we'll be doing Game Season live as long as the New York Yankees get past the Boston Red Sox. So again, guys, NYY Underground, folks, at yahoo.com. If anybody's interested and maybe we can figure that stuff out, maybe we can do it. I think it's a bit of a stretch, but it is on the table for us. And I think the Yankees at this point know that NYYU could do things really quickly. So we'll see if that can work. I don't have nothing else to say. I'll be calling the game tomorrow. I'm ready to go. No, William Henry, it's a private suite. They're giving us a private suite.
It'll just be us, NYYU people.
It'll just be us.
Think about it like this. Juan Soto didn't get a private suite, but
they're
NYYU
giving it to
did.
NYYU. Think about that, folks. Think about that. Jira just put the email out there. Guys, I got nothing else to say. Tomorrow's the fucking playoffs. I'm ready for the Yankees to beat the shit out of the Boston Red Sox. That's what I want to do tomorrow. I cannot wait. It's going to be nuts in Game Season Live. Boston fans, you're more than welcome. Be there. It's going to be amazing. I'll throw it around the room. Christian, go ahead.
Go Yanks, as my partner in crime, SGR, says. That's kind of all I got to say. And please, before I sign off here, so make sure you are subscribed to the NYYST podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Things are going to be hopefully just going crazy for the next month here. So we want you to make sure that you catch everything that we're doing, even if we're not on the U. So NYYST on your favorite podcast platform. Love you guys. And hopefully this is a long, long postseason run here for the Yankees. And like SGR says, go Yanks.
No doubt. Kev.
We waited all year for this, including the players. 162 was a long, 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 long season. And as fans, we've been waiting for this for about 15 years now. Some their entire life, because some fans haven't seen a championship. So listen, man, to the Yankees, this is the moment where we don't give a shit what happened in the regular season. They can be thinking that we manhandled the Yankees during the regular season, both those teams, Toronto and the Boston Red Sox, but the Yankees need to be who the Yankees are and play fucking Bronx baseball. And I don't want to fucking win. I want to destroy those fucking two teams, because that should be your fucking attitude when you put on the pinstripes and you play your division rivals. It's to run through, drop your nuts, and smack them in the face and get the fuck out of my way. I'm going to the World Series and I'm winning it. And to Aaron Boone, you saw what you did last year. Be very cautious with some of the decisions that you make. That's all I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, we will go back and look at you. So, New York Yankees, this is your fucking shot. Go fucking get them, bro. Go get them.
Francis, wrap us up.
I mean, what more can be said? Honestly, Yankees fans, you know what I'm saying? NYYU fans, we've waited a whole year. Okay? You guys were with us in the chat. We had well over 1,000 as that fifth inning unfolded in the World Series last year. All right. And you guys saw us react in real time to what was happening to our team. And we had to watch that game and we had to watch another team spill champagne on our home turf, on our home grass, in our home dugout. How many celebrations do we have to watch in our park before we say enough is enough? before we say it's our time, before we say it's our turn to pop the champagne in Yankee Stadium the right way. This year, from tomorrow forward, the only team popping champagne in the Bronx should be the one wearing the pinstripes that are navy blue. I don't want to hear anything. There's no excuses, okay? There's no nothing, all right? The time for talk, the time for all that shit is done. Hype videos are nice. They're cute. They get you all hyped up. But at the end of the day, the game's got to be played, and they're not played on paper. They're played on the field. It's time to speak on the field, okay? I'm done with the postseason Aaron Judge narrative. This needs to be the end, Aaron. I need you to be the person that you freaking are. There's no way that you're this good in the regular season and we get that version of you these last couple of postseasons. Show everybody and shut them the fuck up. That's it. Chase for 28. I'm tired of saying that. I want to be starting next season with the chase for 29. Okay.
Yep.
That's how I want to be able to go into spring training, WBC next year, talking about the chase for 29. This needs to be the last chase for 28. That's it. All right. I've waited a year and I know the rest of you have. And that's it. The time, it starts tomorrow, man. It starts tomorrow and it should end with us being the last team standing when the last out is made. That's it.
I was about to say, man, we got to win soon. We all getting older, man.
You're not wrong.
Christian's birthday Saturday. I'm like, we all getting older here, man. We got to win at some point, damn it.
We don't got much time left. We wilding.
We got all that damn time. We gotta win at some point, man.
While we can still go to the Canyon of Heroes as a team and crush beers at 9 a.m. in the morning.
Facts.
Okay, please win it while we can have that moment still. Please.
Facts. No doubt about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, man, tomorrow begins the journey to number 28 for the New York Yankees. That's simple, man. 6 o'clock, game season live. I mean, honestly, I don't think you have any other place to be. It's going to be amazing. If you guys can hear me, my voice, hey, I'm ready to go. I'm locked in. I am ready to go for tomorrow. It is going to be wild. I'm waking up the whole neighborhood. Hell, I might wake up the damn world with how it goes tomorrow. And if it's anything like last year, that was some of the funnest baseball I've ever called in my life. Most exciting. I'm waiting to do it again this year with a better New York Yankees team. So, folks in the chat, how about we win a World Series, damn it? Let's go out there and do it. Guys, peace out. I'll see you guys for Wild Card Game 1. Boston Red Sox at the New York Yankees. Mañana. Peace, folks.
Both sides, switched up out of blue.